Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Find somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening. Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in good spirits. Hope you had a wonderful, fantastic Sunday. Hopefully it was everything you needed it to be and more. Okay. But nonetheless, we are here. We are back at it again for another convo. Okay. So good evening to every single last one of y'all. Oh man, what a weekend it's been, hasn't it? Hasn't it been a weekend? Let's be real. It's been a pretty wild weekend, to say the least. But we are here to cover a couple things. Okay, we kind of have a smattering of different cases of different things. We are going to be mainly talking about the Sebastian Rogers case, all the stuff that's been going on. I got so many questions. I got questiones, as I say all the time. Okay, I got questiones like a mug. Okay, but nonetheless. Okay, sorry, I had some headphone issues here. But nonetheless, we are here to talk about that, talk a little bit about this past weekend, because it was pretty crazy. A lot of things that were going on this weekend. We got to talk about that. And then there's some other things, some other cases that I still want to bring to light, let you guys know about. All right, there's an actor, a Hollywood actor, that was found gone. Okay, he was missing for a little while, and then he was found recently. We got to take a look at that as well. We got to, like I said, we got a sprinkling of different things. I may open up the phone lines. Like I said, I may open up the phone lines, so don't waste your time trying to call in right now. Please and thank you, okay? But I may open up the phone lines to get your thoughts on everything revolving around Sebastian Rogers' case and all that. And, you know, we might do a little bit of a trip down memory lane on an older case as well, given the fact that there's been this new update. You see it in the title above, down below, wherever you're watching this show. So like I said, it's kind of a mixture of a bunch of different things. Wanted to be able to cover as many things as I can. There's a lot of cases that I'm keeping an eye on, trying to reach out to certain people, certain individuals, to have them on the show and help bring more awareness to those other cases as well. But we still have to keep our eyes on this Sebastian Rogers case nonetheless. All right, we're going to keep on talking about it. We're going to keep on bringing it up as much as we can until we get clarity, until he is found. And I'm hoping he is found very, very soon. But still, title above, down below, the thumbnail. I don't know what this is all about. We're going to talk about it here very, very soon. So no, it is not clickbait. It is actually true. We got an article we're going to take a look at, and one of our good friends, all right, made a post about this as well. All right, so we're going to be talking about this. We got to chop it up. So please do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Send it past 800 likes as you guys start to file in. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. All right, and today or tonight, I need y'all's attention. Okay, because there are some other cases. I'm going to be throwing in a new case that I've never talked about before ever. I'm still learning about it as we go. And we need to talk about it. We need to bring awareness to this case as well. So hit that like button down below. It helps the story, helps the show get out there. Please and thank you. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. If you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, follow me on all my social medias. That would be greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. And of course, if you want to support the channel and you're watching on YouTube, you can hit that join button down below, become a member of the family. It's that simple. Simply just click that join button down below. You can join my Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show. And of course, if you want to check out some of my merch, to my merch store, go check out pascalmerch.com. All right. I'm sure there's going to be something in there you'll appreciate and like. So anyway, we got to get into some things. Like I said, we got a few things we're going to be talking about, chopping in and out of, you know what I mean? We're going to be talking it up. We got some things we have got to talk about, of course, but at the same time, let's not forget that there was an eclipse. Okay? A total eclipse of the sun. I'm sure. Did anybody do that? Did anybody use that song at all? in any of their little TikToks and their reelsy reels? No one used the total eclipse of the heart. Anybody? Or was I the only one that kept having that playing in my head the whole day? Because everybody was like, total eclipse of the sun or total sun eclipse. You know what I mean? So I was waiting for somebody to be like, total eclipse of the sun. You know what I mean? And I need you now tonight. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting something like that. Okay? I was expecting something like that. And I didn't see any of it online. But I wasn't really online like that today. Because I was too busy trying my best to enjoy the eclipse itself. And then, of course, I wanted to see if planes were going to fall out the sky and stuff. I mean, I didn't want that to happen. But you get what I'm saying. Okay? I was expecting some craziness. All right? I definitely was expecting, or, remember Y2K? Anybody remember Y2K? And then we were all waiting for like everything to just go ass over tea kettle. Or was I the only one who thought that everybody was losing their minds over Y2K? That was crazy too, because it was like, because there was a certain corner of the world that was like, woo, thank God, we good. We in the clear, y'all. During New Year's Eve when they're dropping the ball, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Happy New Year, right? Everyone was either going, okay, we good. Cell phones are still working. Computers are still working. Bet, right? And then there was the other side of the world that was like, damn, nothing went to crap. Did anybody else notice that? I know that's a little bit of a deep cut for those youngins out there, but still, something to think about. Because I feel like that's kind of the same reaction with this. It's like, oh yeah, planes are going to, everything's going to be belly up, and there's going to be glitches in the matrix, and we're actually going to see the face of God during this whole eclipse. And then what happened? Nothing. It got dark, and the sun turned into a doggone donut or a halo or ring of fire. Johnny Cash. That's it. I mean, it was nice. It was very cool to see. Don't get me wrong. It was cool. Science, baby. Yeah, science. You know that phrase. So it felt cool to see it, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But some people are like, because they just want to see everything go belly up. And I'm like, no, we don't want, I like everything that's happening right now. Let's just keep it at a status quo. Everything's cool. Everybody chill. Yeah, apocalypse. Yeah, that's actually pretty good, Jessica. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, you know what I mean? Eclipse or something like that. But you know what I'm saying? Science. So that was cool. Okay, but I'm sure you guys were at least one of these guys. Of course, I got to share this. I shared it on my shorts, TikTok, X, and all. I have to share the love. So don't judge me. Just to have a little bit of a laugh. We deserve it every once in a while. Okay? After covering all this craziness, enjoy.
Absolutely smashing. I can't wait to talk about this with my yacht club. Take a look, Precious. Whoa, dude. I feel one with the earth. Maybe I should go. Nah, I'ma stay. Ah! Was right! This is worse than ISIS. This is dangerous! Save your fail!
Hey, it's the eclipse!
Huh. Cool.
Which one were you guys? 1, 2, 3, or 4? I know some people are like, I was 5 because I was doing this, and this, or I was 6 because I was like a combination of everything, that kind of thing. Some people just slept through it. Some people were working through it. Some people just didn't care, like the fourth guy. You know what I mean? So which one were you guys? Were you the yuppie? Were you the conspiracy theorist? Were you the regular guy? Right? I'm missing one now. I don't know why I'm missing the other one. Okay. But, oh, the yoga guy. You know, the namaste. Nah, mistake. Right? So, anyway, let that continue. Let that sink into your plums and think about it. Okay. That short is available. It's on my shorts on YouTube. It's on X. It's on Twitter, or it's on Twitter. It's on TikTok as well. So go check it out. You know what I mean? Like I said, we need a little bit of a laugh every once in a while. And that's something, I've had for a while. So I wanted to share with you guys and share some of the laughter, because it's been really intense and tough as of late. So let's get into this stuff, okay? We have got to talk about some new thizangs. Sorry, guys, 1 second. We have got to talk about some new things that have just kind of popped off. And I need to share this with you guys because, again, this could be nothing. I'm just going to say it really quick. This could be nothing, but it could be something as well. So I wanted to share this with you guys. This is something as far as an update, because a lot of the updates that a lot of the stuff that's been circulating around Sebastian's case has been very, nothing's been solid. There hasn't been really any solid information out here. There's been a lot of craziness in the streets. There's been a lot of coverage of that craziness, which we will talk about. Okay, there's been a lot of people going out there protesting, putting out information, putting their feelings out there after this past week, because this past week was really intense, for lack of a better term. Okay, we had Seth Rogers, Sebastian's biological father, on the show Friday night, and I know that he was on Justin on TikTok the night before, or the night before that. I don't remember exactly. Everything kind of turns into one big Monday for me. Okay, but still, he went out there, dropped some bombs on that show, came over to my show, clarified some of those bombshells, but dropped even more bombshells. And I think that made a lot of people very, very upset. Now, one thing though, and this is not clickbait. Y'all need to stop. This is not clickbait, okay? I'm taking this off of the information that we have received from the news, and also from a source here, okay? From ex-FBI agent Jennifer Coffindaffer. She's the one who dropped this information. And I was like, whoa, that's really insane. Now, the thing is, though, this could very well be. This could be a connection with Sebastian Rogers, or this could be of course, this could be very much somebody else. Now, there's been speculation about Summer Wells, which we are going to take a little bit of a trip down memory lane on the Summer Wells conversation. But at the same time, she put out this information, and I wanted to share this with you guys because I was like, whoa, this is a very, very big deal in my personal opinion. Because again, if you remember, when we were looking at Riley Strain's situation, we found two remains, during their search, they found two bodies during that search. Now we're going through and they're doing everything they can to find Sebastian Rogers. And now they're saying that they found human remains out here. So let me share this with you guys. Okay. And this still, no matter what, very interesting information. Okay. So it says human remains found in Tennessee on property in Kingport. Kingport is in Sullivan County, Tennessee. No more details. In case your mind is going where mine did, here is a map. All right. And of course, we got the article here we're going to look at here in a second. There has been no alleged connection to Sebastian Rogers. It could be anyone waiting for more news. And I'm very interested to see what happens and who this remains are. If this is Sebastian Rogers, could this be a connection to Summer Wells as well? I'm wondering. Maybe, maybe not. Because you got to remember, this young girl has been missing for a while now. And that's the thing. Some people are saying underneath, okay, saying Summer Wells' home is in Rogersville, Tennessee. Okay, it's close to that area as well. No word on approximate age yet. Prayers for all. Okay. And you can look right here, BAMO, right? So not very far, okay, from where she is from, right? So I'm curious, who are the remains? Who could this be? So let's take a look at this article here. It says human remains found on a property in Kingsport. So let me blow this up a little bit more so you guys can see this. Bye-bye. All right. Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, the SCSO, reports human remains were found on a property in Kingsport Sunday afternoon. A news release from SCSO Monday said the remains were located in the Kingsport area of the county. No approximate location or street name was provided. The release said the remains were investigated on site by SCSO investigators and representatives from the William L. Jenkins Forensic Center before being sent to the Forensic Center for evaluation and identification. The SCSO said the investigation into the discovery is ongoing and further information will be released when it's available. Now, here's the thing. This could be male. This could be female. We don't know, right? They just said that they have found remains. And what I find really interesting is, of course, we have a smattering, okay? We have a long list of people that are lost and missing out here in just America, okay? Imagine the amount of people that are missing right now as we speak, okay? Now, there's a good possibility that this could very well be Sebastian. This could be Summer Wells. There was another comment in here as well, which I'm going to show you guys in the comments section of this post. And I appreciate Jennifer Coffindale for putting this information out here, okay? Because still, no matter what, this is very, very wild nonetheless, okay? But she, of course, said, okay, talking about Summer Wells, she said absolutely a consideration. I believe it's not Sebastian. I believe the remains of Layla Santinello has finally been found missing from June. Okay. So interesting, maybe. Okay. But again, this could be, and I don't think I've ever covered this Layla Santinello case, okay, on this platform. So her name is still fairly new to me. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of other people that have been covering and following that case as well. But again, the remains could be anyone. All right. And that's pretty scary to think in general. There are so many names, so many missing individuals out here that we know nothing about. And it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. So the fact that they found remains whilst in search for Sebastian Rogers is interesting. Okay? It's very, very interesting. Now, one second, guys. Just checking something. Now, I think that's very interesting. Okay? I think that's very interesting. Now, I'm wondering, because some of you guys are saying it's an older male. Miss Nancy said it's an older male. Okay. I'm wondering where that info was at, because that must have dropped just recently, because I am still looking at this now. Let me see. I'm looking to see if there's anything else. So I am curious. And I understand. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of people going, wait, because I'm even seeing, let me show this to you guys. I'm sorry. I thought this was up. But if you could see, like, it's like my mind went to Layla. Some people are saying, other people's names. Somebody also said it could be anyone. Absolutely, it could be. Okay. But like I said, I haven't heard anything from anyone outside of this reporting talk about this, but no matter what, still wanted to be able to bring this up to you guys because, hey, again, even when we were talking about Riley Strain, remains were found. Two separate bodies were found in that river while they were looking and searching desperately for Riley Strain. So again, pretty interesting stuff. Let me slow down this chat real quick. Forgot to do that. I apologize. Let me just do this real quick. Slow it down just a little bit. All right. But again, this is very interesting information. I know that some people are saying that it's not fully like it's not there's no connection to Sebastian, but I have yet to see any updates about that yet. But I've been tagged in this post quite a bit. I wanted to share this with you guys because obviously if there's any updates, any movement going on around this particular case, I wanted to share this with you guys nonetheless. Okay. Now, obviously there's a lot going on here. Okay. So we got to talk. Okay. Tonight's show is going to be more of a discussion. Of course, there's some other cases and there's other pieces of information that I really want to get as many eyeballs on because there are other cases, or there is another case that I want to bring up to you guys and let you guys know about as well, because it's very strange and it has to do with somebody who is on a very popular TV show, mind you. So we are going to be talking about that in just a little while. But nonetheless, this past weekend was pretty wild. There was a lot of craziness going on in the streets. People were going out there in protest, basically saying, repent, Chris Proudfoot, which was very interesting to me. Okay. Because I could see some people are looking at it as I could see how people are looking at that as a bad thing. And then I could see a little light at the end of the tunnel, a little silver lining on it as well. But I can see both sides of the fence. But one thing I will say is that if they are out here and doing everything they can to bring awareness to wanting an investigation on Chris Proudfoot, I also think in my mind, well, it wouldn't hurt if they were able to pass out flyers at the same damn time. I mean, if you're out there on that agenda and you feel some type of way about the Proudfoots, I get that. All right? I get that. I understand. Hey, to each their own. It's your opinion. If you watched or listened to things and you came up with your own decisions critically and independently, hey, more power to you. Okay? If you feel like, okay, he needs to repent, he needs to confess his sins, there needs to be a full, thorough investigation into the things that he has done in the past, fine. But I also think if you're going to be out there protesting and speaking that piece and putting out that narrative, it wouldn't hurt to just hand out a flyer. That's the reason why you're there in the first place, right? Right? It's just something to think about for a second. Just something to think about. Because, and D, I feel like that's what D, I agree, right? You don't search for something that's not lost. And they are still, from what I understand, they are still in a camp at some sort of Yogi Bear, something campgrounds, chilling the cut in their RV. Okay, they're chilling. They're nowhere near their house. There's obviously some speculation and rumor running around here that they're going to be moving out of their house and trying to sell their house. Don't know if that's entirely true. I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't know if that's entirely true. That's just what the rumors are saying right now. I heard other rumors about, Katie maybe dyeing her hair, but, at the same time, that's not an admission of guilt. It just may be her trying to fly under the radar. You see what I'm saying? So I've heard rumors out here. Rumors. But that's weird, right? They're in an RV away from their home. They have literally just said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to let 5-0 do their job. And we're going to sit here in our RV away from the house. And what if Sebastian walks home? What if Sebastian left and hid out because he was tired of the ridicule, tired of the punishments, tired of any of the things that have been alleged about his upbringing and the dynamics within that home, which is very damning, period. You heard it on, we went into more detail on the interview that I had with Seth the other night on Friday. It says a lot, right? He said a lot. There was a lot to digest, a lot to take in. And it hurt to hear any of that. It really did. So I understand why people, not only just from the multitude of interviews that Seth has been on, because you got to remember, he wasn't only just on one podcast. He went on national news and was saying certain things as well about the Proudfoots. Same things that he was saying on Justin on TikTok. He was saying the same things on Nancy Grace, Court TV, opening and closing statements. Let's not forget that. He went on 2 different shows on the same huge platform and said what he said. Of course, we clarified a bunch of things, but even when he clarified those things, it did not make the Proudfoots look any better. Which I don't think you can really make the Proudfoots or anyone look better, even if you clarify it, right? So that kind of stuff, very interesting. But there have been people out there in the streets doing their thing. Repent, so on and so forth. Like I said, it just breaks my heart that, and don't get me wrong, I feel like it's, if you want to be out there and say what you need to say, I'm with it 110% all day. Shoot, no hair off my back. But at the same time, how about that energy spent on not only just that, but also maybe going out there and helping find Sebastian? Handing out flyers. I mean, it could be just that small. It could be that small. While you're saying repent and telling the people about how they need to repent, you're handing a flyer to that person. This is what I think about the Proudfoots or whatever. This is how I feel, so on and so forth. But here's a flyer of this missing young man. Have you seen him? Have you seen him anywhere? So on and so on, right? I think that would be extremely helpful. Extremely helpful. I mean, of course, that's just my personal opinion. You know, that's just where I stand as far as this whole thing has been going. And it has been pretty wild. Okay. But nonetheless, we got a couple videos we need to take a look at. And then, you know, there was a clip from it was on JLR's platform, saying something about that there was an alleged eyewitness account that apparently has not been investigated at all, at least as far as the reporting that JLR investigates said on his YouTube channel. Okay. And, you know, I like giving credit where credit is due. Doesn't matter what the platform is, giving credit where credit is due. That information was given right there on his show, on his platform, saying that there was a kid seen in a pickup truck very, very early morning, on the morning that he went missing. Okay. Now, is there a connection to that? We don't know. Why? Because allegedly, according to JLR, that tip has not been investigated by law enforcement. Now, that was information that was given, if my memory is correct, yesterday. Okay. Now, anything could have transpired from yesterday up until today. Like I said, like what we just reported just a second ago, there allegedly was remains found while in the search for Sebastian Rogers. And the other thing too is, I gotta wonder too, because I haven't really tapped into the Summer Wells case like that. I tapped into it a while ago. Okay. When it was first initially out there, and it apparently was already something that you guys had already been knowing about. But one thing I've always been curious as to that case is, have they done any research? Like, are they still searching, or did they stop with Summer Wells? Because I don't hear much about Summer Wells nowadays. In the very beginning, it was Summer Wells, Summer Wells, Summer Wells, Summer Wells, and then all of a sudden, it flatlined. At least according to my radar. So I'm curious. Are they still doing their investigation? And sup with the parents. Kay Watson just said stopped. Interesting. Hold on, guys. I'm going to slow this down even more. I appreciate all the energy, y'all. I appreciate you guys here commenting. The more you guys comment, the more the conversation gets out there, the more the word gets out here and all that as well. So I do appreciate y'all being here. But like I said, it's just some weird stuff, y'all. I don't know. So when I hear about there being people out there protesting, let me just say this too. The pew pew being pulled out is not true. It's not. Now, I got that from a very reliable source. I will say that. And they said that part where the pew pew was pulled out is actually not true. So, again, I was shocked about that too. And I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? Because that's still very interesting nonetheless. All right. Hold on, guys. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, Venus, not entirely true. Oh, interesting. Thank you so much for letting me know, Dolphins 517. I don't know. Let me see what I can do. I can't be hovering over this and being like, how can I slow this down even more? You know what I mean? So I'm going to do my best with what I can for right now. I slowed it down even more. All right. And if it ain't working like it's supposed to, it is what it is. Oh, Grace. There she is. I've been waiting for you, Grace. I have been waiting for you. Welcome, Grace. All right. There's been a little bit of upgrade. All right. Just so y'all know. So welcome, Grace. All right. Let's see what. Becky, thank you so much. I consider you a reliable source because you always use reliable sources for your information. I appreciate you, Pascal. Thank you so much, Becky. I really do appreciate it. Yes. And I will say this. The reliable source did tell me that is not entirely true, or that's not true. Yes, there was a commotion, but there was no pew pew that was pulled out. Now, that was from a reliable source and all that. At the end of the day, I think that things are kind of going off the rails, and we're going off the beaten path a little bit, and we're forgetting what the real reason why we're here, right? Why people are out there, as we have been saying millions of times. I feel like I need a shirt that says boots on the ground, but boots on the ground out here is to find Sebastian. And, apparently there was some investigation on a specific area. Allegedly, there were items found in that particular area, and then nothing happened. They didn't do anything at all. Okay. They didn't take anything at all. Okay. Now, my question is who, or one of the things that I'm still curious about is whose remains this is that were found. Is it Sebastian? Is it somebody else? That's something that I'm very, very interested in finding out as well, because again, that is a very frustrating situation. And my heart goes out to any person that lost a loved one. Okay. That may be their loved one here. So anything is possible here, which is very, very frustrating. But I got a few things I want to share with you guys real quick. Let's take a look at this one. And this is, in regards to the search for Sebastian and all that. And yeah, the search is ongoing. People are still looking for Sebastian. And, but yeah, this past weekend was pretty insane. Let's take a look at this.
6 weeks have passed since anyone saw 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers. Despite ongoing search efforts inside his community, authorities announcing this week they have no new leads. Sebastian's friends and neighbors are rallying to ensure that he remains not just in their thoughts and prayers, but also a part of their search efforts. Dryden Quigley reports.
Believe and we decree and declare that Sebastian will come home safe and unharmed.
6 weeks and no sign of Sebastian. But that doesn't mean people are giving up hope. People like Jaden Semich.
Anybody can be frustrated and anybody can be angry with what's going on and how there's no evidence and no nothing. But it just doesn't stop me from continuing. Doesn't stop me from searching.
Now, I want to point this out really quick. Like, I give mad props to this man right here, because honestly, there's not a lot of people out here, okay? There's not a lot of people out here that are willing to dedicate their time and effort out here, especially for this particular situation. I'll turn up the volume. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much for the heads up. All right. But nonetheless, I think it's extremely important that we realize that there are people out here that are waking up every day, that the people that are local, that are waking up every day, day in and day out, and they're putting in their time. Okay. They're putting in the time, which is big in my personal opinion. So I think this is amazing. And I don't even know who this guy is, honestly. Okay. I don't know who this guy is, but I do appreciate him coming in and putting in this information.
From searching.
He did not know the
and putting in the time.
Rogers family before, but said he felt moved to join the search because it was so close by.
It being my hometown, or home county rather, it really just hit home for me. I've never gotten involved with a missing persons case before, but with this one, I felt obligated to.
He was one of dozens who attended a prayer vigil on Saturday evening to remind the community that the search is not over.
We need the unity and we need prayer surrounding this whole situation. I think the tensions are high, people are stressed, people are worried, and this is a time to be still and just really focus on what's important.
Now, these are all cards that people have written here at the vigil, from parents to young children, and they're hoping to give them to Sebastian once he's found safe and alive. This all comes after a search effort this week by police turned up no new evidence.
It's always kind of sad, when a search concludes and we don't have a child. So I just thought maybe we needed a little bit more encouraging.
Part of Sebastian's family, including his dad and grandparents, joined the vigil, all wearing shirts that read Sebastian Strong.
And the more vigils and the more news presence and media coverage that we get, the more his face keeps out there, and maybe somebody will see something and they'll say something and we'll get Sebastian home.
I can't agree more. And also, I want to remind you, okay, the proud feet ain't been nowhere to be found. Nowhere. They're in an RV down by the river. They're vacating, guys. There was a vigil. I don't know if you guys remember this or know this, but Seth was on the show on Friday night. We had a late, very intense conversation. I appreciate him blessing us with his time and just clarifying a lot of things. But during the conversation, while he was live on the show, he was talking about the potential of a candlelight vigil for Sebastian on behalf of this search, trying to put out positive vibes out here and all that stuff. He said, oh, well, we might be moving it up to Saturday instead of Sunday because Sunday is supposed to be raining. And, we want to make sure that we're able to do this without everybody getting wet. And we just want a good reaction, a good turnout for this vigil so that we can hopefully get Sebastian back home. Right? So while in the show, near the end of the show, he puts out the information. He's like, yep, it's going to be Saturday instead of Sunday. Okay. Cool. Then right before we're about to wrap up the show and wrap up our conversation, because he was tired. We had to get going. Okay. We had to wrap up the show. Unfortunately, we could have stayed on for 3 more hours, real talk. But he was wiped out. I can't even talk today, but he was totally wiped out. Okay. So next thing you know, he says, and guess who's not going to be there? He's like, oh, I just got some more information. Guess who's not going to be at the candlelight vigil? The Proud Feets. Sup with that? Sup with that? And you can see the look of defeat on his face because he's like, man. Because, and I even said it, I think after the show or after the interview, after he hung up, I even said it out loud. I'm like, damn. I don't care if you guys are looking at me like I'm the one that did the thing. I don't care if everyone's mean mugging me like how the court of public opinion is mean mugging Chris Proudfoot right now as we speak, and Katie Proudfoot. I'm still going to show up. Because if I'm innocent, I'm showing up to that candlelight vigil because that's my son or that's my stepson, and I care for that individual. That's family. I'll be out there like, yeah, say what? Say it to my face. I don't give a damn. Say it. I'm showing up. I'm right here. But they're not. They haven't been there every day, day in, day out. They're not showing up to this candlelight vigil. That's insane. That's insane, guys. I don't get it. That's insane. That's insane. And then, of course, because here's the thing, guys. Can I just keep it a buck with y'all for just 2 seconds? All right. A part of me hopes we're wrong. Yeah, I said it. Oh my Lord. I want to be so wrong on this case. Do you even understand? I want to be so wrong with this case. Please let me be wrong. I want to be wrong. All the things that I feel in my gut, all the things that the soft side eye, the hard side eye, okay, the hard soft side eye, whatever you want to call it, that I'm giving to the Proud Feets. I want to be wrong. Please let me be wrong. Please, oh God, please let me be wrong. Okay? Please let him just show up on the front door, knock, knock, knock. Hi, mom and dad. I'm back. I want to be wrong. But them not showing up to anything is making things extremely hard out here in these streets for the court of public opinion and for my opinion. It makes it worse every time because I talk to Seth a lot. I know what he's going through. I feel his pain. And then in that interview on Friday, when he said, and guess what? And guess what? They're not showing up. My heart dropped. I was like, are you kidding me? Why wouldn't they show up for that? Despite trying to avoid public ridicule, they'd be protected. They'd be protected by Seth and the people around them. They'd be protected by their family. So why wouldn't they show up? Why wouldn't they? Like I said, as many opportunities they have been handed out here. The many opportunities they've been handed, they keep on dropping the ball. They choose to do the exact opposite of what we all assume they're about to go and do, which is what we believe, and I believe is the right thing, like showing up to a candlelight vigil. Fine. You don't like getting dirty. You don't have time to go into the woods and all that. Sure, you're working, cooperating with law enforcement. Fine. That's cool. Do you, boo-boo. But your own son, your own stepson's candlelight vigil, you're not even showing up to that, y'all. What the hell is that? That's knuckin' futz. That's absolutely insane. That is, tell me you did it without telling me you did it. That's just what I feel in the court. In literally, my gut reaction is that. What are you hiding? Like we said a million times before, and we even heard it from Seth himself. Why go out looking for something if it ain't lost? So what's up with that? What up, though? That's what I'd like to know. Okay? It just doesn't make sense. And again, man, I really wish, or I really hope I am absolutely 110% wrong here. I really, really do. I want to be so wrong on this. I want to be so wrong, man. I do. I want this kid home, alive and well. I want him in the right hands, in the arms of someone who's going to protect and raise him right. Is it the Proudfoots? I don't know. But somebody knows something. Somebody very close to this family or right in the family knows something. And I keep saying, man, if I keep just coming out here and, I just do these lives, I keep talking about these things, get as many eyeballs on this, as many ears on this, that maybe one day someone in the family that knows exactly what happened here will step forward and fess up. If it's a snitch, let them be a snitch. Trust me, you won't get stitches or you won't be found in a ditch. You'll be protected by many, many people. You'll be doing the right thing, period. But let's play a little bit more. There's like 5 seconds of this.
Police have said there is no evidence to suggest foul play is involved, but they are not ruling anything out at this point.
Okay. Now, let me just say this, okay? What's really frustrating to me, and I know that lately we've been, talking about 5-0, we've been talking about law enforcement, LE, the Leos out here and all that stuff. And I'm not sitting here trying to go and attack every man or woman in blue. All right? No, I'm not. But something ain't right here. So he's been gone for 6 weeks now. 6 whole weeks. And you're still looking at this and going, no foul play. No foul play at all. He just walked out. According to Seth, he just levitated like a Jedi out the front door. But there's no foul play. Now, I understand that they even said, we have not ruled out the possibility of foul play, but we suspect, we do not see any foul play. So in other words, you are sitting right on the fence. That's it. You just sitting, you're straddling on the fence. No pants, no underwear on. You're just sitting there on the fence, just blow, all out. Morning glory, straddling the fence. Is it comfortable, 5-0? That's what I want to know. Is it comfortable for you? Because it doesn't sound comfortable at all. But it sounds like you're trying to be safe. But why? 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 Why are you trying to be safe here? This kid disappeared. He is not Kaiser Soze. He is not Kaiser Soze. So how, like a thief in the night, does this little kid vanish? How does he ghost everyone? He is not David Blaine. He is not David Copperfield. And he most definitely is not Chris Angel. So how the hell did this young man leave the house undetected, not caught by any videos, cameras whatsoever? And y'all are still sitting here saying, well, you know, it may not be foul play, but it could be foul play. Make that make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Make that make sense. Okay? Hold on. 1 second, guys. Did I understand that? 1 second. Do I understand? Hold on. Hold on here, guys. Do I understand that Jaden is in the chat? This gentleman right here? Do I understand that Jaden is in the chat? Oh, there you are. Okay. If it is really you, no disrespect. There's just a lot of people who are out here that like to troll and be jerks out here. But are you trying to see if I can get you on the phone. Do you have time to call in into the show? If that is really you. Let me know. Think about it. Let it ruminate, you know. Let me know. But yes, I am very, very curious. Now, just for the people who are coming in late to the party, I'm keeping an eye on it. If he does, you know, I'll keep an eye. All right. If he's down for it, I'll keep an eye out. If not, I totally understand. He's probably exhausted. All right. But if he's got time, then I'll throw out the number to him and have him call in and all that stuff. Because I'm very interested to hear what he has to say about the search and everything that went down this past weekend. Because this past weekend was pretty crazy. And of course, we still haven't found Sebastian. For those of y'all who are late to the party, allegedly, it's him. Okay, discerning. Thank you. He hasn't said yes or no. So if he is around, he'll let us know. Okay. But for those of y'all who are late to the party, allegedly there has been a body that has been found. It has not been confirmed whether it is Sebastian or anyone else. So before everyone gets very upset or anything of that sort, I'm just giving you the updates because apparently there was a body that was found during the search for Sebastian Rogers in the area, a little outside of the area as well. So, like I said, it's very, very important that we know about it because there could be a connection there, or there may not be a connection there at all. Okay, at all. So, like I said, yeah, I didn't. But again, if it is Sebastian, I feel like we would have been hearing something about it by now. Okay. Live and learn. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'm quite curious about that as well. Um, but yeah, I have a while. I don't know. I guess Jaden may have hopped off. Maybe he disappeared. If not, because I don't see him saying anything like, yeah, I'm down to call or anything of that sort. So we're just going to continue on with the show, continue on with the conversation. Okay. It's all good. If he can't do it, I understand. I am mad at nobody. Okay. Um, let's see. Abby, let's go into these really, really quick. Abby, just tagged you on in X specific to this. Thank you, Abby. I'll take a look at that in just a minute. Okay. UPSer. Whoa, what's up, man? What's up, girl? Hey, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Welcome to the family, all 5 of y'all. Sharing is caring. Yes, Melly. Thank you so much. Hi, beautiful Pascal and humans in the chat. Hello, Melly. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate your energy. Priscilla, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Lily, thank you so much for Y2K. I remember my mom was praying, LOL. I know everybody and their mom was like, thinking that everything was going to shut off, computers weren't going to work, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Jillian, thank you so much. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Mimi, thank you so much. Be kind to everyone and hit the like button. Thank you. And thank you, Mimi. Thank you so much for that reminder. Yes, everybody hit that like button down below, please. And thank you. Nicole B, what's up? Thank you so much. But how did we let Seth get away with Sebastian? Fell on my hand, Pascal. Happy Eclipse Day. Now, one thing, okay. I will say this. All right. There was a lot that was said in the conversation. All right. There was a lot. And I had a lot of questions from the stuff that was being said in the conversation about other details and all that. Now, I can't sit here and go through every single nuanced thing right at that moment. But while I was sitting there rewatching all that stuff, it makes you realize, oh gosh, there's more information here that I'd love to talk to him more about. Maybe we will talk about that at a later date. But does it automatically mean, I feel like he was telling the truth about an accident. Things do happen. Accidents do happen. I believe that it was a mistake, an accident. I really do. I really, really do. I don't think that Sebastian was getting the A with Seth. I think it was coming from the prophets. That's what I think. That's what I honestly think. All right. But I am going to continue. Okay. Discerning. Thank you so much for the 5. It's not Sebastian's body. I led a prayer and closed prayer at vigil. Tonight, discerning? Did you do that tonight? Okay. Jaden messaged. Now I gotta wonder where he messaged. Where did he message at? That's the question. Where did Jaden message? Let me find out. Let me take a look. Where could he have messaged? Did he say where he messaged? I'm going on a wild goose chase. Thank you, Sleuthy. I appreciate you sending me that photo. Thank you. I'll be messaging you later. Just wanted to reach out. Okay, so this apparently is from somebody who just sent this or like put this in the group, in the chat, in the timeline, just so you guys know. It says, at everyone, good afternoon, Layla Group. I just wanted to reach out to everyone and let everyone know this is not Layla or Holland. That's a new name for me as well. No disrespect. I just don't know about Holland. Okay. Our hearts and prayers go out to the family of this individual. Thank you, everyone, for your support. So again, that has been not, of course, that has been knocked out. Okay, as far as the question of if it's Layla or Holland, right? Very interesting, though. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Did Jaden speak or message again? Because I'm wondering where he sent the message. That's what I'm curious about. Oh, he can't call right now. Doesn't think it'll benefit the search. Oh, okay. Well, I was hoping that he could just like give us some updates about the search. So I don't think it would be. I don't think it was going to be detrimental or bad. Okay, for the to just hear about what the search has been like. Right. I think that's kind of important. Just hearing what it's been like so far. But I understand if he doesn't want to talk, he doesn't want to talk. That's totally fine. We're going to keep moving on then. Moving on, because I don't know where he's messaging me at. So if he did message me, I don't see it so far. But we are going to keep it rolling. Okay. So real quick, guys, hold on. Let me just make sure I got a couple of these things on and popping, because of course I want to give you guys a little bit of the stuff that's been going on over the the week, over the weekend, and all that as well. So I wanted to share this part too. Oh, did that not go? Hold on, guys. I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at that discerning for sure. But let me play this for you guys. Obviously, this is a few days ago. Okay. This is a few days old, but I wanted to share this with you guys anyway, because there's a couple other things I wanted to share with you guys. There's a little bit of an interview with Nick Barris that I want to share with you guys as well. Oh, you guys don't have sound. Sorry about that. Let me roll that back. So this is a few days ago. This was aired 4 days ago, just so you guys know.
An opportunity to really provide context and depth to some of the headlines that you've been seeing here on WSMV. I'm Amanda Hara. This is Michael Warwick, and he has been covering extensively the search for Sebastian Rogers, which is now in its fifth week.
Yeah, more than a month. He went missing February 26th. It's believed he wandered from his home, walked from his home, may have been barefoot, and here we are more than a month later. No sign of the 15-year-old with autism.
And Michael, I want to go back in time a little bit, because you were one of the first reporters who we sent to cover this story. And you were kind of there during one of these original news briefings, and you asked a very important question of authorities about surveillance video.
This would have been day 3 or day 4 when the investigators came out and briefed us as to where we stood in the investigation. And I asked the deputy chief, you've asked for all this surveillance camera footage, all this doorbell camera footage from across Sumner County, from those specific neighborhoods where he lived. Have you seen anything? Has anybody brought you a photo, a doorbell camera image that shows you Sebastian? And he said that no, they haven't actually been able to put eyes on Sebastian since that night he went missing.
Now, one thing I do want to point out really quick, I know this is kind of like a little bit of a trip down memory lane a little bit, but of course, there's some really weird things that are going on here. And let me explain. Okay. There's been reports, there's been coverage from other platforms as well, talking about there being going to actual intersections and showing that there are street cams, that there is video. There's got to be some sort of video out here showing Sebastian out here. So it is a bit weird. Like I keep saying, it's like this is a John Grisham novel. It's very weird. Okay? Because you got cameras everywhere. There's no way that this town does not have one single camera. Even one camera showing Katie Proudfoot's car driving back from Texas Roadhouse to the house, back home. Where is that? Not one video. The multitude of places that they went to, make that make sense. That doesn't make any sense, yo. That really doesn't. Okay? It really, really doesn't. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second here. 1 second.
Which really stood out to me as a reporter because we know everybody nowadays has doorbell cameras. It seems like there's so many of them across the county, surveillance camera footage. And if he was to have walked away from his home, you'd think that somebody would have picked up a trace of him. And that was not the case.
It really is mystifying. And you can kind of pick up on the fact that investigators feel frustrated with the lack of leads or the lack of movement, I guess you could say, in the investigation.
Hey guys, we got Seth calling into the show here in just a second.
They are frustrated.
I just wanted to give you guys an update. Sorry guys, I had to hop
just
off.
A few days since
he's going to be calling into the show. All right. If you guys can hear me, hopefully you guys can. Seth will be calling into the show in just a minute. All right. So hopefully we can put a few things to rest on this. Hold on. Let me make sure he has the number. Okay. Just give me a second, guys. 1 second. Okay. I just sent it to him, so he has it. So we will get Seth online to give us some updates on everything. Also, I want to make sure, I was trying to grab this, but then he called right when I was trying to get this information. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Seth, what's up, man?
Not much.
Good. Well, I mean, good and then not great. Do you mind muting the show in the background for a second?
I'll just go to the other room.
Okay, that works too.
I like to see the chat so I can talk to people too.
Oh, I feel you. I feel you. And real quick, this is what I was about to do before you, while you were calling me. So everybody show some love, put some green hearts emojis in the chat, right quick for Seth, for Sebastian and all that. And also I want to say this too. We do have his Cash App. We do have his the GoFundMe as well. Those links are down below in the description box right now as we speak, but I also have it right now in the chat. Okay. So please, appreciate the love, guys.
Yeah, you see that?
I know I've been trying to slow it down as it keeps getting faster and faster. It's been really knucking futs, man. But I'm putting it to the top of the chat. Again, this is his Cash App. He uses it, guys. Okay. So if you want to support him, no, some people got upset a couple days ago. So if you want to support him, they were confused and they were wondering if it was actually your Cash App. So the Cash App
It
is
is.
pinned. Yes, it is.
Well, it's not mine.
But it is the
But
one that you
all that
use.
to-
Yes. Okay. All right. So just to make that abundantly clear, guys, before we go into this conversation, okay, please do me a favor. All right. It is pinned to the top.
me.
It is pinned to the top of the chat right now as we speak. All right. And it's also in the description box down below. And the GoFundMe link is in the description box down below. If you want to support him and show him love, please, by all means, send him Cash App. Send him, your funds or your support to him via his Cash App. Okay, guys? Just a fair
Or
warning.
print off flyers and head them out.
There it is. They're for flyers, etc. I'm sure for some gas, etc. Okay? Maybe a little something to eat while he's out here running around trying to find Sebastian. So now that we have you on the show, and this was, I appreciate you hopping on in such an impromptu way. I really do appreciate it. But we got to get down to brass tacks, okay? I hate to ask you, but have you heard about this information about this remains being found out there?
No. Negatory. TBI, Sumner County, they don't speak to me. I don't think they like me right now.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And it's probably because I felt that they should call for a higher power. And now I guess I'm paying for it.
Right.
But
man, we I have, I have nothing but love for you. And I of course I'm supporting you 110%. And, my prayers go out to you and your family and all that. And I can only imagine what you're going through as far as, as soon as you get onto a show or you go onto, a Court TV or Nancy Grace or, any of these other platforms.
the bombardment of questions.
It's the bombardment of questions, and it's interesting
because nobody's getting answers, and everybody, humans are inquisitive. We want to ask questions, and we can get answers.
Yep. And then as soon as you answer a piece, it opens up another can of worms.
And another one.
And then it's like, but what does that mean? And then, but what does that mean too? And then it keeps going and going and going. So I do want to say to you that I just appreciate. I mean, let's be real. It's been like peeling an onion. It's been peeling layers of an onion, and as time goes on, there's more information that comes out. And unfortunately, you're the only one that's actually putting out the information. If there were three of y'all, if there were two more people with you, I think that there'd be a lot more clarity, a lot faster. But then again, maybe not. But I do appreciate you being just putting the information out there, whether it's messy or whether it's not. I just appreciate you just saying what I feel people need to know about Sebastian and what has happened in his past.
What do you mean by what has happened in his past?
No, I mean the information that you said that, you came onto the show, you clarified a whole bunch of things. There were things that were told about when he was young. You see what I'm saying? That I think opens up, makes the situation a little bit more three-dimensional, right? It gives it a little bit more of, well, there could be a possibility of this, or there could be a possibility of this could be a possibility of why he ran off, or etc. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, I just appreciate you coming out with that.
We don't know what's going on.
Right.
We truly do not know what's going on. Unfortunately, haven't found any video proof of him since Texas Roadhouse. The video that they showed me of him taking the trash out,
you
can't see, so it's not a definite picture.
So wait. So when you say when the video of him taking the trash out, you can't really see. Can you explain what you actually saw in that footage then of him taking out the trash, allegedly?
You see a flashlight.
And
that's about it.
And that's it.
That's it.
And what time was that at again?
You see a shadow. I didn't see a time link on there because it was a ring cam.
Aye. So only
So.
and that ring cam. I know you can't give us specifically the location of that ring cam, but was it nearby? Was it like that video that we saw that was like, you know, a cropped, super cropped footage from a very
No,
big picture?
They showed me the whole thing, and
I
it's too dark.
Okay.
Too dark for me to say that that's my son. You know?
Yeah, no doubt. I would be wondering if that's actually him or not too, right? Yeah, that's
You
interesting.
could always hope it is, but that's speculation. You know?
Right.
It's speculation.
No doubt the speculation part. Okay, so I asked you about this on the phone when we talked yesterday morning. So I wanted to circle back and say that out loud so that everybody can hear it, because there's a lot of people that were tagging me in this online and asking me this in emails and whatnot. So I'm going to ask it to you now. There was a post that was made on a comment somewhere. I don't know if it was Facebook or any of these social medias, but it was out here in these social media streets. And this person basically said something that I thought was pretty damn brilliant. They said, hey, has anybody asked them, the Proudfoots, to produce the actual clothing that Sebastian was last seen wearing when he left Texas Roadhouse? If they're able to produce that clothing, then, okay, they're in the clear. But if they aren't able to produce that clothing, well, then there you go. Bob's your uncle. That there may be some foul play there. Have they looked into that at all, Seth?
I have no idea.
Huh.
But I tell you what, I can really sit here and go, I was wondering if you do and locate the clothes he
Are you literally texting someone right now as we speak?
I am texting them right now as we speak.
Who are you texting? The Proud Feets?
No, I am texting TBI and Sumner County Sheriff's.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. All right, Seth. All right. Okay. Because I put him on the spot, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. You've been so busy, I wouldn't be surprised if you just haven't had time, really, to think about, process everything. The amount of people that I'm sure you're getting from the text messages, the DMs, the phone calls, the emails, etc. I can only imagine how many people are sitting here going, well, I got this theory and I got that theory. But that one, I was like, oh, no. That would be a wrap. That would absolutely be a wrap. If they cannot produce the clothing that he was last seen wearing, last seen wearing, walking out of Texas Roadhouse, if they can't produce that clothing, it's a wrap. In my personal opinion, that is a wrap. But then again, if he really did get home and he really did take out trash and he really did all those things, and then there was a bump that went on in the night where she heard a thud and all that stuff, then yeah, he could very well be in just the black the black joggers and the black t-shirt, of course, of how he was allegedly described to be wearing when he went missing. But if they cannot produce those pieces of clothing, that is a very big problem for the Proudfoots, in my personal opinion. And I think that's what a lot of people are thinking as well. So,
I mean, only thing I can do is ask. They can either answer or not. That's
true. That is true. But I will say this, though, too. As much as I always try to see a silver lining to a certain extent. And given the fact that you're saying, TBI hasn't really been, transparent with you, hasn't been in communication with you as well and all that, I'm going to be real. It tells me that they're listening. So that's good. I see that as a good thing. Yeah, they may feel some type of way about that. But at the same time, at least they're listening. shoot, didn't they do a press conference to let us know, oh yeah, nothing's happening, but we're still going to do this press conference because I think that they're finally listening. What are your thoughts on that?
That press conference, I mean, I don't understand I understand why they did it, so they could communicate with the public.
Yeah.
But
save face a little bit, maybe.
I don't know. That's their agenda. I mean,
true.
I'm not responsible for them. Did I lose you?
No, I'm here. I'm just thinking. No. I'm just thinking. You know what I mean? Because I want to understand the dynamics that are going on out there. I know that your boots on the ground. You're doing everything you can, and law enforcement isn't really law enforcing. It seems like, at least in my personal opinion, that's what it kind of sounds like. And so I am kind of curious as to, ever since Friday, let's just say, how's the weekend been? How's the search been? Has it been just a circus, or has it been fairly organized and, calm and copacetic?
I'm sorry, my meds are starting to kick in. What was that?
I just asked, how has the search been since Friday? You came onto the show. We talked. Saturday was a whole other day, and you had Sunday as well. How was this weekend? Was it an absolute cluster F? Was it a circus, or was it very, organized and copacetic?
Under doctor's orders not to go anywhere. Remember?
Yeah. That was under doctor's orders,
So,
but you were still out there. Were you not?
You're broadcasting live. I don't need my doctor actually calling me up and telling me,
Well, I mean, what he gonna do?
You're trying to get. Wait a minute. I thought we were friends. Not you pushed me under the spot.
I mean, you were out here on 4K on the news, baby. So I ain't saying nothing that he doesn't already know. Okay, if he's watching that local news, he already knows. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably.
Let's be real. But go ahead, Seth.
But other than that, I've just been going over information, taking the leads that I've got to figure out the next game plan for where I'm going to go search.
Right. Okay. So then what has it been like, for, I mean, there was a big surge of protesters and people demonstrating, wanting, for Chris Proudfoot to repent. What are your thoughts on that?
Repent for what?
I guess they feel like he's been out here doing no good.
Well, people are who they are. You cannot change somebody just because you want them to change. They have to want to change for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Any otherwise is just a fake change. So if Chris doesn't think that he's done anything wrong, why would he repent?
Right.
And then that would go on to, let he who hasn't sinned throw the first stone.
Good point. Good point. But have those people been helping with the search, or have they been hindering the actual search for Sebastian right now?
Well, they're causing chaos. Nothing that they're doing is, they're not handing out flyers. They could be trying to help find Sebastian instead of getting somebody to repent for their sins that they don't even know what their sins are.
Right.
Hold on 1 second, will you?
Yeah, you good?
Yes, Miss Terry.
Let me see if I got some questions for you. Are you good, Seth? Or are you still talking to somebody? He may be a little busy right now. Hold on. If he hops on, I'll try to get some of these questions to you for you guys. Okay. If I don't get them, sorry. Don't get mad. I'll do everything I can. Okay. But don't get in your feels now. All right. This is very impromptu. Did not know he was going to call in at all. I do appreciate him calling in. Of course, it's always a blessing to have him on to give us more updates and give us everything that's going on as far as the search and case and all that. Maybe he got a phone call from somebody else pertaining to the search, and if that's the case, then I'm hoping that that's the case, right? Hopefully that is what it is. Hopefully the meds haven't kicked in too hard, you know? You with us, Seth?
You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Is everything okay?
I just got some more information.
Oh, like what? It's just you and me talking.
Yeah.
You know,
How many people at work?
nobody's here. It's just you and me, baby. What happened?
Yeah, it's only what 6.2 thousand people in chat right now.
No big deal. No big deal. We are all here for you. We just want to make sure you're all right. So, is there anything you can share with us right now?
I just had somebody tell me that they had already pulled the footage for that tip down in Jackson.
Okay, so what tip down in Jackson?
There was a tip. Lady had said that she saw somebody that matched Sebastian's description on the 26th.
Yes.
At the Speedway.
At the gas station.
Yeah.
Yes. In a black pickup truck, allegedly.
Dark color, dark blue. They didn't really know because they weren't paying attention.
Okay.
But person that called me told me that they had already pulled it and that it was not Sebastian. So.
Okay. Well, that's good to know because I know that has been information that's been put out here. So that has been debunked, everybody, just so you guys know now. The information about there being a possible sighting of Sebastian at this gas station, this Speedway. Allegedly, this individual was seen inside of a dark pickup truck. And of course, they were saying it was alleged that law enforcement was not doing their due diligence as far as that information that came out from an eyewitness. We are now finding out that information has been debunked. That person was not Sebastian. So we can actually put that whole theory and that part of that eyewitness account to rest now. It's still unfortunate because, of course, we want to get something that's solid so we can get Sebastian home. But now we know that information live on the show, by the way, guys. Live. You heard it right here. Please, okay? Share the love. Let people know about that information. That's important to know. So, Seth, thank you so much for being so candid and letting us know about that. I know you could have just left that and kept that pretty close to the vest. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. Real talk. Now, I got a couple questions for you because I got some people that have been asking some questions. So Brandy's asking, can you clarify the flashlight video? And I think I'm assuming she's talking about the flashlights that are floating around. Now, we've talked about this ad nauseum on the show before, but if you can, if you don't mind, maybe just hitting the hammer on the nail or whatever. You know what I mean? Just solidify it one fell swoop.
That camera was, probably 600 yards away. And the lights that you see on there,
Yeah.
one of them actually does not move, but as it was explained to me, the other one was the flashing. It was a light on top of the garbage truck, so they can see where their camera is to pick up the trash can.
Okay.
And it was catching trees on the way back. That's why it moved faster. And the other one was literally a stationary light, but whoever sent it to somebody just moved the camera so it looked like it disappeared off the camera and then moved it so it looked like it came back on. Because somebody recorded that from a video instead of sending the whole video.
Gotcha. Now, here's the thing, though, guys, because that this is the one piece, and I think this is the reason why that super chat was asked, is that footage is weird. I mean, as far as those lights are moving around, it doesn't look like a stationary light on a car. You understand what I'm saying? It does not look like a stationary light on a car. It looks like somebody's holding it and, moving around, walking around. So, what are your thoughts on that piece?
Well, I saw the video.
Okay, so you saw the full video.
It's not. Yeah, I saw the whole video. But it's literally, it's not even from behind the house. That video, it comes from a different angle. It is not behind the house.
Somewhere completely different. Okay, I see. Interesting. I guess some people are wanting to know too. So you're telling us that you saw the actual garbage truck attached to that light.
Correct.
Okay, we can put that to rest, guys. We can put that to rest. Okay. Cakes.
Now,
go ahead.
Right. The video is weird, but like I said, it's like somebody was watching the video and then took their camera phone and sat there and only recorded the top right-hand corner of the video.
Yeah. Which is weird. Which is still very, very
somebody
weird.
wanted their 15 minutes of whatever and gave it to who for his 15 minutes of whatever.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's.
I don't know why somebody would do that. We're talking about trying to find a missing child.
Right. It is weird. Because it also makes you wonder, okay, if you saw a pickup sorry, not a pickup truck. If you saw a garbage truck in the footage, then why on God's green earth is that footage pitch black with a bunch of white dots? That's the one thing I'm still trying to understand there. Was the footage manipulated to make it look even more mysterious? Or did it look exactly like what we all saw when it first was leaked?
It was dark, and they were recording it from the other side. The trash truck doesn't come in front of that video. It's recording from the other side to where it's coming down a different street.
Okay.
So,
man. Okay. Man, oh man, I'm sorry. Because in my head, I'm of course, all the pieces that we have. Go ahead.
The last thing I want,
right?
The last thing that I want is Chris Proudfoot and Katie Proudfoot to have done something to my son. Period.
That, of course, that's the
and that right there was like I think that the person that put it up there was just trying to create drama. And they did it. They created drama.
So then, Seth, let me ask you this then. Has there been any pieces of evidence aside from this flashlight thing, which looked like fireflies in the dark? Has there been any footage or evidence that you feel that was fabricated or was planted by another party just to throw you or law enforcement off a beaten path?
I wouldn't know, because the only thing that I have found were the glasses and then the videos that they have showed me to make sure that they understood that they weren't hiding anything from me.
Mm-hmm.
But anything else, they're going to keep close to the vest, because they're not going to give me anything that's going to blow the case wide open. They're going to keep all that stuff close if they think it's permanent. The only reason I got to see the video of Texas Roadhouse
Mm-hmm.
was because I asked for proof of life.
Okay. I have a few more questions for you. Welcome to me.
Hi.
Let me ask you these real quick. So you saw Texas Roadhouse footage. I know that he went with Katie Proudfoot to a bunch of other places. They went to a couple other places before Texas Roadhouse. Did you see any of that footage, or did you only see Texas Roadhouse thus far?
Only Texas Roadhouse.
Okay. Now, do they have footage of the other events that they had that she and Sebastian did leading up to Texas Roadhouse? Do they have that footage?
Not that they've showed me, because I didn't ask for it.
Gotcha. Now I gotta ask you though, because it for me it's like, all right, because the timeline may not be timelining. Well, the reason why I say that is she could, okay, with all due respect, I'm just saying this, okay? I'm not sitting here saying that this is truth or anything. I'm just throwing out this possibility. She could easily say that he had the time of his life, he had the best day ever, and it actually didn't happen that way. Maybe, the events that they went and did, the popcorn and all that stuff, maybe those things didn't actually happen. If we haven't seen the footage, how do we know if that information is actually true? If the only thing that's true, say again?
That would be what law enforcement would be keeping close to their vest, and if that's not true.
Okay. All right. Next question I have for you. Now, we understand that she works at Brinks Security. On Nancy Grace, there was actual questions about security systems and all that stuff. She says in the interview that they don't have a security system, which I find to be a little odd, okay? But they do have like a keypad on the doors, okay, that lead them out to the exterior of the house, okay, or to the outside of the house, I mean, okay. So my question to you is this, because there was another interview in the very beginning by the local news, and they asked about footage from inside the house. Does the house actually have cameras or not?
I don't know.
So you can't confirm or deny it. You can't debunk that at all. You've been inside that house. You've never seen a camera in there at all, not once.
I cannot either confirm nor deny, because I don't know if they got cameras in the house.
Okay.
I mean, I never walked in and was like, "Where's all your cameras?"
Of course. But
my son, I just want to pick him up and take him, get in the truck, and start the hour-and-a-half drive home.
Yeah, I get it. I
mean, don't really want to be around my ex.
I understand that. I understand how I understand how exes go. Okay. Trust me. I do understand that.
Do you?
We've all had an ex out here. All right. We've all had somebody, right? It's just normal, right? That's just relationships and how things go. Now, I don't have an ex-wife or anything, but you get what I'm saying. We've all had that one,
No, I know.
right?
No. Did you go to church?
I did not go yesterday. No. Did you? Did you?
I did.
That's good. That's good. I mean, are
But
you?
you keep telling me you're going to go to church and you don't go.
Oh, I do, but I didn't go this Sunday. I didn't. No.
You didn't go last Sunday either.
I went on Easter Sunday.
What, did you? No, that's right. You said
Yeah.
you were going to go.
I was
you were
going to
gonna
go on Friday, but then I couldn't get there. It was a busy day. Very, very busy day. But yeah. Hey, I make time when I can. Okay. I make time when I can. All right. I definitely do. But that's not what we're here for, though, right? All right. We're not here to talk about my faith.
I thought we were here for a friendly conversation.
We're here to talk about your son, you in this search. Okay. So.
Well, I haven't found my son yet, so.
No, obviously. But and I'm still curious as to like how this has been, right? How things have been this weekend. Because I understand that there was some police activity in a particular area. I guess some items were found. Did that have anything to do with that?
I don't know.
With the
They
case?
They didn't call and tell me. There were some items found. I think it was behind the Texas Roadhouse, actually.
Oh, really?
I think that's what they were saying. I don't.
Yeah.
Nobody ever called me about it. Sumner County didn't call me. TBI didn't call me to come and ask me to verify or anything of that sort.
Man. Okay. Well, I just, I wish that there was some more information here. Obviously, I know, I'm speaking to the choir, but it is a bit frustrating when you hear about TBI or law enforcement not really being that transparent. They're not keeping that line of communication with you open. I mean, are they deliberately dodging or ignoring your calls?
Don't know.
Wow.
I'm looking at some of these things. Let's see, because I'm actually looking through here. Please let him go to sleep. See, I like Suzanne Vineyard. I mean, can you not tell I'm a little loopy?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go for sure. But I do appreciate you clarifying a few things. I appreciate you just stopping in and calling in and just clarifying a few things. Because I can only imagine how tired you are. It's been, I'm sure, a very, very long weekend, and this was a very long day for you too. So Seth, I appreciate you calling in. And guys, let me just say this again. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up so you can get your butt to bed. Okay. So please, guys, go to his Cash App. All right. It's pinned to the top of the chat right now as we speak. Please go. It's in the description box down below. Okay. Please go and check that out. Share the love. Support if you can. He is still out there looking for his son. Seth, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. I'll let you go so you can go get some rest. All right, brother? You stay blessed.
Was there any other questions you wanted to ask me?
No, we'll talk again soon. We'll talk again soon. I know that you're tired, brother. Go get some rest.
But if I can clear the air for anything, like I saw some stuff going on about Jaden.
Oh, yeah. No. I just wanted to have him. He was in the chat. He wanted to hop in, or I was trying to get him to hop in so he can give us some updates about the search. That's all. Yeah, I was giving him love.
Yeah, no. He wasn't going to jump in. He saw me in chat.
Oh, okay. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. What does that mean exactly?
If you're going to ask anything about the search, probably should ask me.
Right. Fair enough. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that.
Better to come out the horse's mouth than to hear from the goat next to the horse.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Well, Seth, I'm going to let you go so you can go get some rest. I appreciate you calling in. We will talk here again very, very soon, I hope. And hopefully when we talk again, hopefully it's some. Say it again.
I said, I hope this was some better news.
Yeah, I think that's what we're all hoping for too. We are all hoping for that, for real. All right. Again, I appreciate you coming in and calling, and let's talk here.
I do
okay.
have something to say.
Shoot.
Because it's been coming to me about the repent your sin, Chris.
Yeah.
Thing.
Speak on it.
Well, the thing is that somebody sat there and stated a straight false lie to begin with, which they should repent their sins for lying on somebody, because I believe it says, "Thou shalt not tell a lie."
Mm-hmm.
And I know I watched the videos because I had people send them to me. All Jaden did when he went over there was try to do what I would have done, which is have a conversation with them and find out what part of them doing that was going to help find Sebastian. And then this so-called self-proclaimed Olsen character, self-proclaimed preacher or reverend or whatever he is, wants to sit there and say that he pulled a firearm on him. That is some crap.
I mean, that's what
I mean.
So, and that's not true, right? Right?
No, it's not.
Okay. So firearm was not pulled out during whatever altercation that was happening with protesters over this weekend. Okay.
In fact, Jaden was calm, level voiced, everything. I mean, literally, he was just trying to find out what they were doing, if they really thought it was going to help find my son. Like, if they wanted to come grab some flyers and go pass out flyers, we would have brought them flyers so that they could have gone to go find something. We would have asked them to help pass out flyers. Without finding Sebastian, we don't know what happened.
No doubt.
So, and for them to sit there and be saying, for him to repent, he has to deal with that when his time is up. Right now, we just need to find Sebastian. We find Sebastian, we find out what really happened.
I agree.
Sitting there and passing rumors or letting social media sit there and blow stuff out of proportion. That's where, that's a thin line between justice and mob justice.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden has been helping me search for my son since, week 2? And I met him at one of the vigils because his mom was there.
Yeah.
Helping set up the vigil. I would not have somebody reckless on my team.
I mean, it's really good that you have people in your corner that are, trying to soldier on, trying to be a cheerleader for not only just for your son, but for you as well. And just for the search. Whatever altercation happened. I mean, obviously that's that happened. It is what it is. And, of course, the main focus and I agree with you 100%, is finding Sebastian at the end of the day. And so Jaden and all the other people that have been involved, we commend every single last one of them. The whole chat shows nothing but love for all the people that have been going out there and just helping. So that's, I commend every single last one of them. And there needs to be more. They really needs to be more. Real talk. So you guys are still at the meeting at the Rudder, correct?
Currently, we are not.
Oh, no? So where are you guys going at now? Where is it now?
No, we're having a meeting tomorrow so we can figure out where our game plan is going to take us to the next location.
Oh, wow. Why?
I mean, we have pretty much flyered all of those areas, and we're not trying to overstay our welcome at the Rudder.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I thought maybe the establishment was, saying something, but
no, the Rudder said we could use it whenever we would like, and we appreciate that, but we don't want to take advantage of it.
That makes sense.
There's other people that are pulling in with boats and everything else, and we held the vigil there, and we're going to find another location for us to meet at.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Okay. Well, please let me know. You know what I mean? You got my info. I got your info. Go ahead, Seth. What were you saying?
I was saying Nashville's pretty big. So
yeah.
Besides Hendersonville, there's other locations that don't have flyers yet. So.
Right.
You got to hit them all.
Hit every corner you can. Absolutely. So then that's what it means. That's basically, I'm glad that you said that. So there needs to be other volunteers, other people that can help in those areas. If you are in those areas and you want to help out, okay. Hopefully we'll have some more information on how you can help out here in the very, very near future, because Seth can't be everywhere all at the same time. He just can't. So all the surrounding areas, I seriously, everybody needs to be all hands on deck. Real talk. Those flyers should be outside of Hendersonville, etc. They should be going all the way out into Memphis and beyond. Okay. So yes, Seth, of course we'll be in contact about that. When you find out more information about where your headquarters is going to be moving to, I'll make sure that please let us know, or let me know, and then I'll put that information out here. I'll let everybody know about all that as well. Okay.
Not a problem. I appreciate it.
Of course, brother. But again, go get some sleep. Go get some rest. I gotta get into the rest of the show, but I appreciate you being here and just kind of debunking things, confirming things, etc. Just clarifying a few things. We all in the chat, the family chat, etc. really appreciate it, my brother. And so I will be in contact with you very soon. Okay, so hydrate, get some sleep, and I'll talk to you very soon. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Take care.
Have a good night and be blessed.
Thank you, brother. You too. Talk to you soon. Well, Seth called into the show, guys, and I do appreciate him calling in. It really does mean a lot. Also, I think that there's a lot that was clarified. I think there's a lot that was clarified. You heard right then and there, live on the show, that the information about the possible sighting of Sebastian at the Speedway, that gas station and all that, has been debunked. It was not Sebastian, which is unfortunate. Real talk, which is very, very unfortunate. I was hoping that we're going to get some more information. But as you can hear, as you can tell, he's very tired. There's a lot going on, and he's one person. Yes, he has his village and his people and his family around him, supporting him and helping him out as much as they can. But at the same time, I can only imagine how heavy the weight is on his shoulders right now. So if everyone can show as much love, appreciation, support, if you can, let me just reiterate this again. please go to his Cash App. Please go over to his GoFundMe. Share the love, support if you can. That would be greatly appreciated. In fact, let me make sure I get this GoFundMe in there too. Let me just throw this in there right quick. Okay. It is now in the chat as well. So if you want to support and you don't have Cash App, but you want to support through GoFundMe, go to the GoFundMe. Okay. It's as simple as that. All right. Very interesting information that we received from Seth, and I appreciate him giving us as much information as he can give us. One other takeaway I hear is that there's not much transparency or not much communication between him and law enforcement right now. Why? He didn't really say, he couldn't really explain it, understandably. Okay. Understandably, he couldn't get into it, or maybe he doesn't really know, which is still crappy to hear no matter what. But nonetheless, you heard that. Now, I'm still curious, and I still have questions about the cameras. If there were security cameras inside the house, inside the Proudfoot's home, that's what I want to know as well. But then again, I will say this too. If there are, or if there were cameras inside that house that were running during the time that Sebastian was supposed to be alive and well and inside that house, and nothing happened, then I can understand why police are looking at this and saying, we don't see any foul play. But then again, though, they'd be able to tell us, yes, he walked right out the front door, and that's it. We saw him get up at this particular time and walked right out the front door. But we have not heard anything of that sort. I still would like to see all the camera footage, all the security cam footage from every place that he went to that day as well. Not only just Texas Roadhouse. If he went bowling, if he went and got big popcorn, if he went and this, that, and the third and the other. I want to see it all. I'd love to see the Carfax to all of this, okay? Because to me, something still just ain't right. Something just ain't right. And if there was literally cameras inside the house, that would debunk all the things that we are all having ruminating in our minds. All the tinfoil hat ideas and even the most practical of ideas would be confirmed or debunked. But I understand that some people are saying in the chat that, oh, the cameras have been confirmed, but I have yet to hear that from anyone that is the Proudfoots or the Rogers so far. And if there is a show or a clip or a moment, please, shorty, send it my way. Send it my way, because I want to see it for myself. Okay? Send it my way. I really want to know. Because even so, in the interview, near the end of the interview, they asked the reporter asked about footage from inside the home, and you could see the look on Chris Proudfoot's face. Like I told you, he butthole puckers up. It's like, and then he kind of stumbles, and then he catches himself. Like, oh, we did, almost like I didn't realize you guys knew about it, the additional footage. So I'm kind of curious, where is that footage? And wouldn't it be interesting if there was cameras, or if there are confirmed cameras in the house, but none of them were working at that time? Wouldn't that be weird? You feel me? Wouldn't that be sus as hell? Things to think about, guys. Definitely things to think about. Let me get some of these super chats because it's a gang of them. Okay, like I said, I try to get to as many as I could with Seth, but at the same time, he was tired. Clock was ticking. You know, that bedtime clock was starting to, it was time for him to go to bed. Okay, so I apologize if I anger anybody. Not trying to, mess with any of y'all. But I try to get to the super chats as much as I can, as best as I can. But sometimes when it's impromptu like that, you just kind of have to roll with the punches. You feel me? So, lady, thank you so much. To be honest, if KP had full custody of Faith and Seth of Sebastian, depending on their income, they'd both have to pay child support to their exes. Motive? That's actually a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. But again, it really is a question going towards KP because I just don't, yeah. But I mean, in 2 days, if I'm correct, or in one more day, the 10th, okay, he's supposed to be doing another, Seth is supposed to be doing a polygraph test, right? So no matter what, I'm glad that he's doing it. I don't think he did anything. I don't think he has any connection to his son's disappearance, but I'm glad he's doing it anyway. So he can put all those naysayers, he can have them all have several seats, right? Put all that BS to rest. Nicole, thank you so much. Team Seth all day. But I have a question. All right. He claims to not know the juvenile attacker's name, yet he alerts the school counselor and treatment starts a year ago. Yes, we did talk about a lot of that on the interview. So please go over there and check it out. Unfortunately, he's not here to answer any of these questions, but I do appreciate the question. You never know. He may not remember the kid's name. He may not remember the kid's name. Or he may not feel okay saying the kid's name out there in public. So I don't know about that part. But as far as treatment and all that, apparently, Katie says that there was treatment that happened immediately after the tragedy took place. Again, I'm kind of curious about if that's actually true or not, but go check out the interview, please. And thank you. Discerning. Thank you. He's part of the core team. Oh, you're talking about Jaden. I led the prayer and closed the prayer. Thank you so much for your efforts and your energy too. That was his mom talking. Channel 2 played the entire vigil. I'll take a look at that when I get some time for sure. Summer, thank you so much. Thank you for being real. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's hard to be real out here in these streets. Okay, a lot of people pushing back, a lot of angry individuals for no reason. We're all here for the common good for the most part. Chelsea, thank you so much. She could be so passionate and loud about setting the past straight, yet she isn't passionate enough to show up to embrace her son's memory in a POS way. Yeah, like I said, it just doesn't make sense. Enid, thank you so much. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, thank you so much for the clarity. Discerning. I know what this is all about. And exactly. I'll take a look at it when I get a chance. Discerning. Thank you. Kimberly, thank you so much for the 500 yen. I really do appreciate the super sticker. Sandra, thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. Thank you. Swifter, thank you so much. So lame law enforcement investigation. Where's your pride? How about a time-sensitive mandatory procedure? Coroner also. Yes, I agree with that. There's been a lot of weird stuff that's been going on as far as I feel like there needs to be more updates. You have people out here protesting in the streets. You got people angry as all get out. There's so much commotion and chaos every weekend now down in Hendersonville, Tennessee, revolving around this case. You'd think that law enforcement would step forward and go, okay, we're going to start giving people at least posts, updates, even if it's just every other day, every few days, a post on their Facebook. Do you realize how much the general public would appreciate that? All right, here's this information. Here's some updates. We did a search, found nothing today. And I get it that there's another part of it too. Here's the other side of the fence. So why give them updates every day if you turn up with nothing? If every single one is like, nothing today, nothing today, nothing today as well, nothing today as well too. See, I get that piece like 110%, but at the same time, you got so many people. Y'all are all here right now. Y'all are putting in the energy, putting in the effort, being a part of this conversation. There's a lot of people that give many, many damns about this. Many. So yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be appreciated. It really would. But I still don't understand why they're sitting here going, no, we don't suspect any foul play, but we can't sit there and deny that there's any foul play. Just make up your mind. Like I said, where is that obsessed, hyper-focused detective that believes one or the other, right? Either foul play or no foul play, and show the proof. Not, we're just sitting on the fence. We just don't know. No. This kid is nowhere to be found. Where is he, man? Where is he? No foul play. You're telling me this kid just walked on his own, barefoot, with supposedly a little flashlight? And that's all he's living off of. He left with no money, no cell phone, not a damn thing. So you're telling me there's no foul play? Okay, so if he was to be taken, doesn't that count as foul play? Last I checked, it was. So no one just vanishes like this on their own. No one. That's foul play. At least that's how I see it. Okay? That's how I see it. Melly, thank you so much for becoming a member. Lucci, thank you so much for the 70 czar. I really do appreciate the super sticker. Misty, thank you so much. Katie's actions is not actions of a heartbroken mom of a missing child. Yep. That speaks volumes. I agree, Misty Fisher. Thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. I couldn't agree more. Yeah. You're out here. You're doing all this. You see how Seth is operating out here in these streets. You see how he's operating like a father who is concerned and wants to find his son. And then you see the other two vacating hours away from their home. And then her excuse is still, I'm assuming it's still, that Sebastian could be anywhere. So, like I said, it's like he's got LoJack on the RV, and he's going to be like, well, mom and Chris aren't at the house anymore. I see their RVs somewhere out there in Mississippi. So I'm just going to walk over to Mississippi and knock on their front door of their RV and say, hey, mom, hey, Chris, I'm here. That doesn't make sense, guys. So they can miss me with that nonsense. She can miss me with that nonsense. They're vacating. Period. And it's heartbreaking. And I hate to even say this, but I have to say it anyway. Just because that they're on, we got to say it. We just do. To keep it even. Just because they're vacating right now, it's not an admission of guilt. It feels so bad even saying it out. Like that coming out my mouth did not feel good. Not one down. I want to, but we have to say it. Just because they're out there vacating does not mean that is an admission of guilt. But the court of public opinion, this looks very bad. Same thing with Chris not doing the polygraph. Him not willing to do the poly is the dumbest thing in the history of crime. Okay? But at the same time, it does not automatically mean him the bad guy, even though it is. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I gotta say it. I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it, guys. Let's continue. Lady, thank you so much. Why would K and C have to pay Seth child support? Oh, well, that's a question I think he would have to answer some other time. Okay, Nancy, thank you so much. Ask Seth. Can't do it now, but if they get SSI for Sebastian, that's a good question. We're gonna have to. I said it now. He may be listening right now, so hopefully next time he comes on the show, maybe he'll be able to clarify those things as well. Kate's boo. Are they keeping you informed? He did say that they're not really keeping him informed. He's been in the dark, just like this body that has been found. They have not identified the body yet. He did not know anything about that body being found, which is very, very interesting nonetheless. Wilted Lettuce, Thank you so much. Please tell Seth to quit taking the high road. You know what? I know why you're saying that, and I get it. But he still has to be diplomatic as much as he can, because there is no smoking gun evidence of any wrongdoing coming from the Proudfoots as we speak. And given the fact that we don't have Sebastian right now, they're still in the clear. We would have to hear Sebastian. We would have to hear it from Sebastian's own mouth, or God forbid he is found unalive, and then they do their autopsy and they're able to trace any of the wrongdoings that may have happened to him back to the Proudfoots. Like I said, it's Sebastian that holds the key here. He needs to be found so that we can either seek justice on the Proudfoots or seek justice on somebody else. It's pretty crazy, but yeah. Tipsy, thank you so much for the 50. Wow. Thank you, Pascal, for clarifying and bringing us facts. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for your love and your support. I really do appreciate it. June, thank you, chat and mods. Yes, to all you mods and the new one. Hello. Much love, Seth. Yes, I'm sure he's still listening or watching, and I'm sure he really appreciates it. Just chill. Can Seth expand on, if you see Sebastian, give him food and water, but don't let him inside your house. Praying he will be found soon. That is a good question. I'll keep that in mind for next time we have him on the show. Raging Cajun, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Just call me T. Thank you so much. Terry said on live earlier, Seth's friend, that CP, Chris Proudfoot, was not home, but he was not where he said he was either. She knows Seth. What live is that? Just call me T. What live is that? That's because I'd like to hear that for myself too. Okay? Because if a friend of Seth's is a friend, or Seth's friend is saying that CP was not home, are you saying when he was not home because during the time that Sebastian went missing? That's pretty damn big if that's the case. I'd love to get in contact with this friend so we can get some more clarity here. Raging Cajun, thank you so much. What about the video of Chris tearing down flyers? I heard that was a rumor. And trust me, if that was true, do you realize that video of Chris allegedly tearing down flyers would go viral? Where's that video? That's just hearsay. That is just a rumor, y'all. Trust me, if Chris was out here acting a fool, everybody in that town knows exactly who these people are. And if he was out there in a restaurant, on the side of the street, anywhere, and he was losing his doggone mind like this, trust and believe that would be a viral video. Everybody on TikTok would be reacting to that video. He turned into a doggone meme. Okay? So I have yet to see it. I don't think it's true. I think it's just a rumor, just to be completely real and honest with y'all. Okay? Vanessa, thank you so much. The fact that that she had to bring up the flashlight is strange. Why mention it? Yeah, it is weird. Like, why would you say, oh, there was a thud? And then why wouldn't you say right after that, yeah, so I put my book down and I went into the room to check on him. Remember, they're on opposite sides of the house. And I know, I get it, that sound can carry in a very quiet home, okay? Especially when it's bedtime. But you're telling me that she's on the opposite side. They're on opposite sides of the house. She hears a thud and she doesn't get up and walk over there to see if he's okay. She just says, oh, bub, time to go to bed. You got school in the morning. And then she goes back to reading her book and talking to her hubby on the phone. but she doesn't go and check on him. That's weird. Now, what's also interesting is that that could be fabricated. That could be a fabricated piece of information to try to throw people off the beaten path, throw them off the scent towards the truth. That's a possibility. It could also be true. We got to sit on the fence, which is it's frustrating. But again, could be true. It could be fake news. We just got to remember that, guys. Okay? Because they knew the escape with CP would be picked up on cameras. See, and then but then it's like, wouldn't they see if they were to escape? Wouldn't they see people moving around? Wouldn't that be gathered, caught? They saw somebody with a flashlight pushing a trash can, right? Taking out the trash. Okay. So, like I said, if that really happened and there was movement going on, you'd see the movement, right? Some sort of movement, maybe even a little bit. Or is it just pitch? See, that's the thing. Is it just straight up pitch black? And they were operating out there just under the moonlight? I don't know. But that's weird. It's very strange. Ashley, thank you. Katie should provide Yep. We already said that, but yes, I'll clap to it. You heard him live on the show, actually texting TBI. He was texting TBI being like, hey, can she produce the clothes that he was wearing at Texas Roadhouse? The last known proof of life footage that is out here before he disappeared. You heard him live on the show, texting TBI. So now, because you know for a fact TBI might be watching a little bit of this. So, hi, sup TBI and local law enforcement. Please look into that. Don't sleep on it. Ask the Proudfoots for that information to produce his clothing, and also make sure it's real, like it's really his clothes, like they didn't go to some local place where they bought the clothes before and rebought his clothing. Okay, make sure that clothing is worn, and also check their debit cards and their credit cards to make sure that they don't go to a Marshalls or a TJ Maxx or a Nordstrom Rack or wherever you want to call a Kohl's to get this stuff again. Okay, make sure you do your due diligence. That's all I ask. Because if they don't have the clothes, that tells you something. If they do have the clothes, then hey, we put that to rest. Okay. The footage, he said he was wearing black PJs. So if she can't, then she's guilty. Yep. Absolutely. We did talk about that. So he did send out a text message. Yes. And I'm happy. We heard it live on the show. He was saying it as he was texting it, which is beautiful. Aaron, thank you so much. Please ask Seth. He's not here anymore, unfortunately, but I'm going to read it anyway. If he told someone to check 3 ponds close to the house, it is an alleged rumor spreading on TikTok that someone said he wanted them to check that area. That is a very interesting piece of information. Someone else also talked about this 3 ponds thing. I am very curious about it. I will talk about that. Let me write that down too. Before I forget. You guys have a lot of really great questions. Hold on, let me pull that up. One more again. All y'all's questions have been amazing. Okay, just so you know. But I'm definitely, because somebody else asked about that before. So I want to make sure I have that burned into the brain matter. Stacy, thank you so much for the super sticker. Bonzina, or Bozina, sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything you do for Sebastian. Please ask Dad. Someone check the neighbor for. That's a good one too. I remember we talked about that a while back. Okay. We did talk about that in the very, very beginning of us talking about this case? And that's a very good question. I am kind of curious about the registered SO that allegedly lives in the area as well. I'm wondering if there has been any look in that general direction. So yes, thank you so much for that. Nickel, thank you so much. Did Sebastian look the right age in the photo Katie took at the Texas Roadhouse? He looks more mature in his Christmas photo than that one, because that photo is old. Just so you guys know, that photo is old. It is not the photo. It's not like they took a selfie on the night before he went missing. That was on another time, in another, that was at the same, I'm assuming it's the same Texas Roadhouse, but it's a completely different day, just so you guys know. All right. Lucci, thank you so much. Please tell Seth we in South Africa, I think, are every day for him and Sebastian. Our pastor, I think, our pastor did a prayer. God is with him. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And if Seth's still listening, I appreciate it. I'm sure he appreciates it. Primrose, thank you so much. Seth, on Smiley's story interview with them, CP said cameras would catch Sebastian sneaking snacks at night. Oh, if that's, I'm gonna have to re-listen. But that's a long that's a long show. Can somebody find that and just send it to my ass? That would be really appreciative. Okay, that'd be really, really appreciative. And something about a camera at front door too. Ha! Interesting. Okay, so if that is true, then there is footage. There would have been footage. There would have been some sort of footage. Man, I'm going to try to find that clip. Give me a second. Man, you guys are coming in with the questions. Real quick, Suzanne, thank you so much for becoming a member. June, Sebastian wouldn't leave his dogs behind. See, I don't think he would too. Because from my understanding, he loved them dogs. You see what I'm saying? So something ain't right here. That's just my opinion. And I know that's a lot of y'all's opinions as well. Aaron, thank you so much. Rumor was that Seth was called about the boxer briefs found. That's upsetting to hear. He wasn't. Yeah. Apparently there was no phone calls. So no information was given to him by law enforcement. So he's been kind of in the dark as of late. That's a little weird. And like I said, local PD, what up, though? What's up with that? And why is that happening? Katie, thank you. They came out, but didn't take the items. Yep. I have some screenshots where we were trying to get a hold of you. Yes. I mean, yesterday I just, it was family time. So I was radio silent. I was not anywhere near the show or anything of that sort, but I was watching. Okay, I was still lurking. I was still hovering around on the social media streets just to make sure everything was going okay. I kept an eye on things, but yes, that was an interesting piece of information that I found out too, that they went there, but they never took anything, which is weird. But at the same time, maybe that really was nothing. You see what I'm saying? So Megan, thank you so much. What did they tell Seth when he asks good questions? Megan, I don't know. I would love to be a fly on the wall or, be able to eavesdrop on their phone calls, because I'd love to know what they're telling him. You see what I'm saying? Primrose, Seth, the Smiley story thing. Okay. Is also caught by channel Clutch Them Pearls. Okay. I'm going to have to take a look at that. Melissa, thank you so much. Eric, thank you. Nashville police didn't care to fully investigate Riley's case because he was an outsider and not a local resident. In my opinion, that's why once he was found, they didn't wait to call case closed. When it comes to Riley, which is a whole other conversation, but I do appreciate the super chat. Yes, I agree. 110%. I feel that they were worried about tourist money. They were worried about making people scared and worried out here. Because summer's coming, people are still vacating for summer, for spring break and whatnot. They want that money to stay rolling at an all-time high. If you are out here if they have a young kid, college kid, which a lot of those people that will go there and patron all these bars are around his age, so they're all going to be able to relate to a certain extent. If you find out that that particular person's case is unsolved and you're still trying to find that mother lover, yeah, people are not going to want to go and patron and run around sauntering around out here drunk in Nashville. So yes, they're going to lose money. So they sit there and go, okay, we got to do everything we can to nip this in the bud. We're trying to play this low key, but this case became huge. It was impossible for them to try to play this low key, but they still eventually did it anyway, which is interesting. Okay. And then, I know that there's been a bunch of buckle jeans that have been found in the river. I will let you guys know right now, just as far as the Riley Strain thing goes, all the buckle jeans that have been found so far do not match the jeans that he allegedly was wearing that night, just so you guys know. Okay? Just so you guys know. So, continuing on, Discerning, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Melissa, thank you so much for the 2. I appreciate it. Josette, God, please bring Sebastian home and bless Seth. Yes, yes. Bless Seth and all the family that are involved that are out here looking for Sebastian right now. Real talk. Melissa, Seth, ask PI about 3 pounds. Okay, we're going to look into that for sure. I'm going to talk to him about it for sure. Okay. KC, thank you so much. Will Seth be able to take a lie detector being on meds? You might tell him to ask. You know what? That's a good question, and I will ask him or tell him that too. Mandy, thank you so much for the super sticker. Tio, I think we should be calling them the evil feet. Yeah. As they're not anything for us to be proud of. Hearing their name just makes me sick. I think a lot of people feel some type of way about that for sure. Audrey, God gave her one of his most special children, and those 2 POSs emotionally aid him and degraded him, then disposed of him like trash, literally. Yeah, I mean, potentially, allegedly, okay? Potentially, allegedly, okay? Katie, they also need to ask about the trash company looking into it because possibly only ran with private company trucks who don't come until 6 a.m. Yeah. I mean, they were looking in landfills in Kentucky earlier in the case, earlier in the search. So I'm kind of wondering as well, who's the company? Who's the garbage company? I'm curious about that. Casey, thank you so much. They got approval to check the 3 ponds from landowners. Please let Seth know to contact Christian. I will write that down about Christian for sure. Okay. Okay. 3 ponds, 3 ponds, 3 ponds. Don't worry. Got it locked in my brain. Just call me T. Her name is Terry Lynn on YouTube. Okay. I'll take a look at that in a little while. Send section of the interview to your email. Thank you, Katie. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the super chats and all that. Okay. I really do appreciate it. That was a gang of them. Okay. And some of them were for Seth for sure. I will make sure that those are brought up to him in the next time I talk to him. Okay. Which will most likely be tomorrow morning, because I am kind of chopping it up with him, talking to him about a bunch of things and just keeping him, just trying to send him positive energy. All right. As much as I can. All right. And of course, he said he didn't hear anything. Most important, just like in the title, he did not hear anything about these remains being found. So that's news to him, just so you guys know. So if they believe that to be of Sebastian's remains, I think that he would not have been calling me right now unless he was to call me and say, yes, that, they found Sebastian or something like that. But it wouldn't be until tomorrow if we had that conversation. Just so you guys know. Okay. But real quick, guys, please do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. Okay. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. All right. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, please. And thank you. Okay. I am doing a little bit of a left turn. I have to. Okay. I really, really have to. The reason why I have to is because there is another case that I've been wanting to share with you guys that is a little bit weird. It is a little bit odd. I wanted to share that with you guys before we wrap up the show. Okay. And this has to do with an actor that was on a very popular show, 1923. Now, I don't know if you guys know about Yellowstone. You might be fans of Yellowstone and whatnot, but Yellowstone has a spinoff show called 1923. Okay. And this young man, this young actor, Cole Brings Plenty, was found unalive, allegedly in his car. And people are looking at this, and the family are looking at this as well and trying to understand what the heck is happening here. Allegedly, his hair was cut off. And of course, in his culture, hair is a very big deal. You don't cut the hair off. Okay. So some very interesting things that I wanted to share with you guys. All right. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that really quick. Just to sprinkle some information real quick. We're not going to dive too deep into it. I'm most likely be doing this as a standalone video so we can talk about this in a standalone, but I still wanted to show this with you guys. No, he was not scalped, just so you know. Just so you know, his hair was cut. It was not scalped, just so you guys know. All right. But it is very interesting. And of course, it's not good to cut the hair. This is the information that I've heard thus far. It's still very brand new to me, but I wanted to sprinkle a little bit of that information in here. I see a bunch of you guys in here. This story needs more light under the sun. People need to know about this case as well. All right. And there is a family that's grieving that wants to get down to the bottom of what happened to their son. And he was on a very popular TV show. Okay. A spinoff show from Yellowstone. I mean, that's big. Okay. So I wanted to share this with you guys. All right. So missing 1923 actor Cole Brings Plenty is found unalive. Okay. He was 27 years old. He was found gone in Kansas days after his family reported him missing. All right. So I wanted to share a little bit of this. Okay. We're going to sprinkle in this as best as we can. Okay. I know the show that I know that it's getting late. All right. So let me share this with you guys. So Cole Brings Plenty. This is Cole Brings Plenty. All right. Just so you guys know. And he was on a very popular show. Like I said, again, Cole Brings Plenty. An actor in the television series 1923 was found unalive on Friday in Kansas after his family reported him missing earlier in the week. The Johnson County Sheriff's Office said in a statement that its deputies found Mr. Brings Plenty in a wooded area in Johnson County, which borders Missouri. The deputies have been responding to a report of an unoccupied vehicle and found him dead in an area away from it, the statement said. So I apologize. So his car was there and he was found not in the car. He was found outside of the car. I apologize. Okay, so correction. All right. The office did not provide a COD. So they have not provided a COD as of yet. And I'm wondering why, right? There may be more going on to this. Maybe they can't tell what happened to him right off the bat, but they're going to do everything they can, I'm sure, to dive into this and figure out what the heck's going on. Mr. Brings Plenty, who identified himself as, and I can't pronounce this, okay? I'm not even going to try to do it that disservice, all right? But he was on his Instagram. This is how he identified himself on Instagram, all right? He played Pete Plenty Clouds, a Native American sheep herder, On the television show 1923, a prequel to Yellowstone, the show depicts the A toward Native American uh, um, children in boarding schools established or supported by the government. In May 2023, he and his uncle visited the Senate Committee on Indian Affairs in Washington to talk about the boarding schools and other issues affecting Native Americans. Mr. Brings Plenty, his acting credits also include the Western TV show Into the Wild Frontier, the Tall Tales of Jim Bridger, okay, and I'm sure a slew of other things as well. His father, Joe Brings Plenty Sr., confirmed his son's demise in a statement that he shared, that was shared by a family spokesperson. All right. Now, I do also have it here. He also has other family members speaking out as well, or, putting out a statement, which we're going to read here in a second. Okay. It says here, we would also like to thank everyone who came to walk beside us as we searched for my son and provided the resources we needed to expand our search areas. Now, Mo Brings Plenty shared a missing persons poster on social media that said his nephew went missing on March 31st and had missed an appointment with his agent, which was quote unquote uncharacteristic of him. The poster said that Mr. Brings Plenty had last been seen in Lawrence, Kansas. So the police department said in a statement that it had submitted an affidavit for the arrest of Mr. Brings Plenty after the police identified him as a suspect in a case of DV that happened on the morning of March 31st. The police said that officers had responded to a woman screaming for help in an apartment in Lawrence, that the suspect had fled before officers arrived. This incident involves allegations of DV, which limits the amount of information we can share to protect the victim. The police said that Mr. Brings Plenty's family had contacted them, expressed concern, and reported him as a missing person. Mr. Brings Plenty was found about 28 miles southeast of Lawrence. Some really sad stuff, guys. And of course, how he was found, etc., I'm sure is really just devastating. Now, his uncle made a statement, and I wanted to share that with you as well. Okay. Says, I'm deeply saddened to confirm that my son, I'm sorry, this is okay. So just so you know, Joe Brings Plenty is the father. Okay. And this is the uncle reposting this post, just so you guys know. Okay. So he says that I am deeply saddened to confirm that my son, Cole, has been found and is no longer with us. We want to express our heartfelt gratitude for everyone, to everyone for the prayers and positive thoughts you sent for Cole. We would also like to thank everyone who came to walk beside us as we searched for my son and provided the resources we needed to expand our search areas. I learned this week how many people knew the goodness in Cole's heart and loved him. During this incredibly difficult time, we ask for privacy as we process our grief and figure out how we move forward. Please know we appreciate you and appreciate your understanding. And this, of course, was from the Brings Plenty family. Okay. Now, of course, may this young man rest in peace. And how this whole thing transpired is really, really devastating and very, very sad. But there is more to this that I found to be weird. And I need to pull up this TikTok to share with you guys. Um, is still very shocking. Just how he, how everything transpired. And there was more to the story before he went missing. So I wanted to share that with you guys real quick. I just gotta quick, unfortunately. Just bless me with a second here. There she blows. And I appreciate all y'all for being here. Real talk, like, because I know that we're all here, talking about Sebastian, and we're, of course, we are all concerned about Sebastian and all that. But I do appreciate you guys being here and just hearing about this other case, because it does deserve light under the sun as well. It does. And I am kind of curious about this piece. So let's take a look at this.
Just found dead in the woods. This was just days after he was reported missing. He was found on April 5th. 27-year-old actor Cole Brinks Plenty was just found dead in the woods. This was just days after he was reported missing. He was found on April 5th after deputies came to search an unoccupied vehicle. They found a deceased male inside with his hair cut, which was identified as Cole. The cause of death is still unknown as of right now. I would like to address the hair cutting comment because there's a lot of misinformation going around TikTok right now. His father wrote how somebody cut his hair the night before his son disappeared. Somebody that was there wrote about the situation. Cole was assaulted when his hair got tangled in some wires while in a mosh pit. Someone was trying to help him get out of the wires, and somebody came out unexpectedly and cut his hair. For the indigenous community in this case, hair is very important. So for that random person to do that, it's just so messed up. I'm not sure if this person or Cole had any beef before. Definitely sad to hear about that. Cole's cause of death has not been released yet. He was literally found less than 24 hours ago, so we don't know what happened yet. But this is just such an unfortunate loss of life here. I'm curious to see how this case goes and what happens in the end. I'll keep you guys posted.
Now, I got to be honest. This is weird, right? So he's in a mosh pit. Then he falls. His hair gets tangled in some wire or something of that sort. And then somebody walks over and just cuts his hair. That just seems a little weird. So he was found with his hair cut. And of course, you don't cut his hair. Okay. That's part of his culture, etc. But I am kind of curious if there was some sort of beef going on. Did he have some issues with somebody, etc.? That is just a very, very strange situation. And of course, no matter what, this is a case that deserves to just be looked at, right? It doesn't make sense. And the car was found, and then he was found outside of the car. Another thing they said, which is also important, they said his cause of demise has not been, they have not said details of his cause of demise. Why not? Yeah, that's the one question I have. Laura Lane, is this some sort of hate crime? Is he a victim of something that happened because of his culture, because of his race, because of his beliefs, etc.? I'm quite curious about that. The other thing too is, let's not forget, there was an alleged or there's allegations of DV. That apparently there was a DV situation in an apartment that I guess he was a part of that made him run away. So I'm quite curious as to what is up with that and what is the connection to all of this. Could the mosh pit situation have something to do with the reason why he ran off as well? Could have it been something that transpired or, continued, right? It's just something to think about. Like I said, it's questions. I don't know how much of it is like I said, we just got to ask the questions, right? We got to ask the questions. I do find it weird that this happened to this young man. He was on a very popular TV show. He's an actor. And then all of a sudden, he runs off. He was missing for a few days and then is found unalive, away from, not in his car, but outside of his car. And of course, yeah, Tara, maybe he was spiraling. Maybe. But then maybe he wasn't. So I am quite curious about that. Okay. But I wanted to share that with you guys because I think that this, we do need to start putting in, more cases. There's a lot of cases that are going on right now. There's a lot of topics. There's a lot of things that we need to talk about. Of course, there's more questions about Caleb Harris's case as well that we need to talk more about as well. Like I said, I'm trying to cover as many as I can. But these shows get so epic. They get so large. It can be tough to cover everything all in one day, all in one day or all in one sitting. Nikki, thank you so much for being a member for the past month. All things considered, the court of public opinion is rarely wrong. You know what, Nikki? You are not wrong with that. You are definitely not wrong with that. And I feel like at least going back to Sebastian Rogers real quick, going back to that, it does feel like it is very, I think it would be, it's very tough to deny the vibe or the energy that we all felt in the first initial interview. Actually, let me just show it to you guys. Not the interview. I'm not going to play the whole doggone interview. Are you out of your mind? But I do want to share with you guys. Hopefully I still have the interviews though. I hope I do. Yes, I do. Okay. There's the last part of the interview that we need to talk about because it seems as if they don't talk about it or they don't want people to know that there's cameras. And I don't understand why people don't want, I don't understand why this isn't full on public knowledge. But there's something that was said in the last part of this interview. Now, if my memory serves me correctly, and I could be wrong here, okay, but I remember them talking about cameras and footage from inside or footage from around the house. And he just has this weird reaction. Let's take a look at this video. It's right before the end of the interview.
So we have, let's mention, it's been on the search itself.
Hold on, I'm pulling this up.
Thousands of miles have.
At this point with law enforcement, that is something I would definitely.
I understand there was a request for video, any sort of footage of Sebastian from earlier in the day on Sunday before he disappeared.
Now, the look on his face to me is like maybe I don't know. To me, it seems like maybe he thinks that it's like, oh, damn, did they know that there's footage in the house or that there's cameras in the house? I don't know. Just the way he responds. But she is asking about footage from earlier in the day. At least that's how I interpret it. Okay. So let me share this with you guys. Play it a little bit back.
For video, any sort of footage of Sebastian from earlier in the day on Sunday before he disappeared.
That I don't believe we can comment on right now. That is not something that I believe we're privy to at this point with law enforcement.
Remember pervy? Puckered. To me, it looks like he's puckered. Okay? To me, the way I interpret him responding to this and all that, we've already ran through this a million times, but he looks puckered. Okay? You're not privy to what? Tell us that, yeah, law enforcement has footage and they're looking through it. We can't tell you that stuff. Why can't you tell us that stuff? In fact, if you're someone who's innocent, you just be like, yeah, police got this, 50 got this, Popo has this as well. And we're going through all that, or they are going through all of that. And we're going to continue to help as much as we can. Oh, I got to play this. I got to play this last part because, yeah, I just want y'all to feel it all the way down to your plums again. This is the reason why. One of the main reasons why I think the general public has looked at this and they were side-eyeing them since day one. Let's take just a little trip down memory. Just a little taste. Just a little taste.
The board tell you that mom, myself, and the father.
Here it is.
There's all kinds of requests out there. There's thousands of hours of video that they are combing, and
thousands of hours of footage that they've been combing through, and they have nothing. Do you understand that? From what we understand, they have nothing. But just listen to this last part. Bruh.
we're just hoping they'll find something.
Uh-huh.
And I know this is so sensitive. What do you say to people who
This part right here.
inevitably end up pointing their finger back at you? We were talking earlier, and I mean, are you both in the clear?
I can tell you that Mom, myself, and the father have worked very fully and cooperatively with all agencies across the board. We have anything that they've wanted, we have provided. So cooperation is there. I mean,
Does not say we innocent. I'm sorry. But to me, instantly, once I heard that part, I was like, say what? That's how you respond? What do you say about all the people that think that you may be involved in this? That's how you respond. An innocent person does not respond like that. That's just what I think. Them guilty. Okay? Them guilty. That's just what I feel in my bones. I want to be wrong so bad, guys. I do. I really want to be wrong so bad. So bad. But an innocent person doesn't respond like that. Now, I know you could put into things into consideration, like somebody who's not used to being on camera, somebody who's super nervous, so on and so forth. They're going through a trauma. I get all that. But your response is still this, though?
I can tell you that Mom, myself, and the father have worked very fully and cooperatively with all agencies across the board. We have anything that they've wanted, we have provided. So cooperation is there. I mean,
What do you?
He didn't really answer the question either. Hold on. Let me roll it back. Let me roll it back. I know we already did this like 15 million times, but it's been a while. And we in the pocket right now. Let me roll back one more time. Let me go to her question. Let's make sure he's actually answering the question properly. Okay?
we're just hoping they'll find something.
And I know this is so sensitive. What do you say to people who inevitably end up pointing their finger back at you? We were talking earlier.
Okay.
And I mean, are you both in the clear?
I can tell you that Mom, myself, and the father have worked very fully and cooperatively with all agencies across the board. We have anything that they've wanted, we have provided.
Yeah.
So cooperation is there.
Okay. Just so you know, he didn't even answer the question. He didn't even answer the question. All he said is we're working cooperatively with law enforcement. He did not say, yeah, we're in the clear. He did not. Just so you know, she said, are you cleared? Have police cleared you? I'm obviously summarizing what she said, right? Did they give you the clear? Whatever. He didn't answer that at all. All he said is, we are cooperating with police, and we are working with them. That is it. And I've said this before. I know I'm beating a dead horse now. Okay. But that was the perfect time for you to sit there and go, I'm innocent. My wife is innocent. Seth is innocent. We don't know where he is. So any person that's out there thinking that we've done something bad here, we did not. He just says we're working hard. We're being cooperative. Puckered. So, just a little quick trip down memory lane. It's because of the information. It's because you got Mama Meryl Streeping like a mug. Okay. Like I said, summoning her time when she did what's that play? Now I'm forgetting. Our Town, when she was in high school. So she's just summoning her best Meryl Streep. That's the vibe I get. All right. So she Meryl Streeping out here. He trying to do the holding it down, good old boy. Trying to be alpha. Being the Rock and all that. Not Dwayne Johnson, but you know what I'm saying. And his response in this moment was not the response he was supposed to have. To me, that is a smoking gun. Doesn't mean that he's there doing all the things and moving things around, but he knows something. Also, I still want to see proof of him actually physically at the job. If he really was at that job, I want to see proof of him at that job. Have law enforcement shown that yet? Have they been shown him operating that crane? Is there proof of him walking around with his lunch pail and wearing his workman's hat, drinking 3-day-old coffee and eating sandwiches with other coworkers? I want to see that. I'm dead ass. I want to see it. And I'm sure a lot of y'all want to see that too. Him operating that thing, doing all the things that he needs to do over at St. Jude. I want to see it. Okay? Yeah. The lunch pail, the hard hat, the sandwiches. You know what I mean? I want to see it all. Proof positive that he was there the whole time he was there. And then the only time he went and ran off is when he found out that Sebastian was missing. That's it. Then I would be like, okay, he ran. Okay, he was here. He was here 100%. And then he jumped in his car and he drove his butt back to Hendersonville because that's what parents do when a child goes missing. But something tells me he didn't do that. Kristen, I don't know. But then again, he probably did. But there's a part of me that thinks he's not telling the full truth on his whereabouts. Kristen, thank you so much. I did hear about the front door and they were mocking him and laughing on the podcast. I watched and I can't get that link because it's in this chat, in here. But thank you. Okay. I think somebody did send it to me though as well. Okay. Katie, thank you so much. My clip is saying people would have been seen. Okay. I'll take a look at it when I get it second for show. Kristen, thank you so much. Welcome to the family. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Yes. Yes. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. But still, we still don't know what's up. And that's the thing too. What about the front door? I am quite curious about the front door as well. We're going to look at it. Stick around. Stick around, guys. We're going to look at this. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Katie, let's see. You emailed it to me. So you emailed it to me, right? What? Hold on. Wherever you sent it to me, Katie, I don't see it. I do not see it. But if it does show up, or if I find it elsewhere, maybe it's in the TikToks. I don't know. I do not know, guys. I do not know. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see it. But I will keep an eye out for it.
20.
Sure. I will definitely keep an eye out for it. But I don't see it anywhere. Okay. So, unfortunately, we are going to wrap up the show right here. Okay, guys? So that's the show, guys. I appreciate all y'all for being here. It really does mean a lot. We've been on here for a long time. It's getting late. We got to wrap it up. We got things to do in the morning. Okay. And we still got stories to tell, and we still got more clarity that we need out here in the search for Sebastian Rogers. I am hoping that we find something very soon. Hold on. KP did mention that when CP was working, he stays in a hotel in Memphis. That's very important information as well, unless he was in his RV, unless he had his RV with him and he drove his RV down there. There's a good possibility of that. There's a good possibility, but I will keep an eye out for that and see what's up. And if he was at a hotel, then they would see, or you would see footage of him walking in and out of that hotel. Just something to think about. Very interesting. But thank you so much for giving me that information. Thank you so very much. But guys, that is the show. I appreciate all y'all for being here. Big shout out to, and of course, big hugs and love and positivity for clarity and for discovery of Sebastian goes out to Seth and Seth Rogers' whole entire family as well, that have all been out there. They're putting in a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I'm praying for them big time. They deserve clarity, and they deserve the truth as much and as quickly as possible. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Trust me, we will be talking about this. If there's more information that pops off, be on the lookout for it. When it does, make sure you hit that like button down below. Crush it. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. That'd be greatly appreciated. Do not forget to hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Please follow me on all those platforms. Please and thank you. Of course, hit that subscribe button down below. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that notification bell so whenever I go live, whenever I upload, you know when I do, because it's going to be random. It's been random for a long time, and it's going to continue to be random. Okay? But I appreciate you guys for being here. It really does mean a lot. Consider becoming a member by hitting that join button down below. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show. And of course, check out my merch page, PascalMerch.com. Okay. Oh, and I also have a secondary page called Pascal Show Clips. Please go, or The Pascal Show Clips. Please go check that out. Subscribe over there as well. I am taking clips from shows, interviews, etc., like the one that we had tonight with Seth, and putting that out as a standalone over on the secondary channel so that you don't have to dig through this one and try to find it and put in all that work. Okay? Taking some of the work out of your day so you just listen to the whole thing uninterrupted. Okay? So I appreciate all y'all for being here. Much love to y'all. It is time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Stay blessed. And let's bring this young man home. Let's bring him home. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.